Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Hello, everyone, and welcome to This is Football. Welcome to episode 1 of the Saturday review show. As you guys can see in the title, we promised you that this season we're going to elevate to the next level. And look how we have started. We're not leaving any games without talking about them. We're not ignoring games anymore. We're not acting like City winning is regular, even though it is regular. So, today, there's so many different results to discuss, and we've got a game to preview as well. So we've got a long show, probably an hour and a little bit planned for you guys. So stick around. Keep letting us know your thoughts in the comment section down below. But before anything, there's already 220 people in here. We ain't even started yet. We haven't even started talking about football yet, and there's 220 people in here. Make sure you're all liking the video. Make sure you're all subscribing to the channel if you're ready to do so. Every single person watching us right now or on the replay, because I know a whole lot of you guys like to watch us on the replay, please do like the video. Please do subscribe. Keep getting involved in the comment section down below. And YouTube is telling me you're sharing the videos at record rate as well. So hit that share button and make sure you spread the video everywhere. Mark Zuckerberg and Elon Musk own. So please do share the video and like the video and subscribe. And let me introduce today's panel, ladies and gentlemen. Guys, I can lie to you guys, there's a heat wave in the Middle East. It's like 40 degrees Celsius. During the game tomorrow, it's going to be 45 degrees. Are you mad? Anyway, so introducing first, we have to start by the champion, unfortunately. Kevin De Bruyne's long-lost cousin is over here. I can't lie, he looks probably more like Scholes. I hope he doesn't do the same off-field activity that Scholes does anyway. Joining us on the channel, of course, is the smuggest Manchester City fan you'll ever meet. Expect him to throw him 2-3 sly comments as he always does every stream. Of course, the man, the myth, the legend is back. Man like Nobbins. How you doing, Nobbins?
I'm doing great. Thank you for the Paul Scholes comparison. I can confirm I do not munch toes. How are you, mate?
I'm good. And listen, fair enough. If you're saying that, I guess we'll never know. You know, who knows? Who knows? But all I want to say is, no one gives you them intros. You know, this is special intro on this.
Well, that's why I'm here. That's why I keep coming back.
Facts. Big up to you, Nobbits, man. Big up to you. And the reason why we're late is, of course, this guy, as per usual. He was here 12 minutes late, you guys. No lack of professionalism, as per usual. And after introducing the champions, we've got to introduce the pretenders. Joining us on the channel, of course, repping Arsenal Football Club. The reason why we're late, man like Kunle. How you doing, Kunle?
Oh yeah, now my people. It's your dark-skinned man from the motherland. If you didn't know before, now tonight you go understand. And I got receipts, guys. Sam saying, "Oh, we're running a little bit late. Don't worry, I can send them if need be." I was the first one here, the first one. So big up, Nobbins, treble winner. Got a lot of respect for you lot. But we move. Smash the like button, everybody. Smash the like button. Let's go. I'm heated though, because I just heard a stream where people were saying all sorts. I heard Kendall say she'd rather Newcastle's midfield 3 than Arsenal's midfield 3. But anyway, we'll get into it.
Big up Kendall though. Joining us on the channel as well, repping Arsenal. We've got 2 Arsenal reps. And the reason why I've decided I feel for Arsenal videos, I need 2 Arsenal reps, is because every video just Arsenal get attacked for some reason. I have no idea why. They just get attacked. So sometimes it's good to have backup. You need someone to help you out, because it's usually 5v1. I'm trying to level things up. I'm trying to do 5v2 now.
I assure you I needed no one, but big up the guy that you did bring in though.
What makes you so sure he's the backup? How about you're the backup? See?
Ooh. Then that's all right. I'll take it if I'm the backup.
I introduced you first just because you were late, innit? Joining us on the channel, of course, is the icon, the man himself. He's not a tactical. Please don't call him a tactical. He gets upset. He was actually there at the game today. I'm sure he had a little bit of he was a little bit in panic mode in these last 5 minutes. Man like Karan has joined us on the channel. How are you doing, Karan?
I'm tired, man. This has been a very long day. It's been a very, very long day. The turnstiles were turnstiling. Let's put it that way. Someone on Twitter said Arteta told the Cronkies to use inverted turnstiles. I'm not okay with this. Yeah, it was a pretty mad day, and as you can probably hear, I'm very tired. But no one's a backup. All right, relax. There's no backups. Okay. We're all here. We're all vibing. There's no need to try and cause division between the Arsenal fan base. Hussam, Jesus.
How you know that's what
Typical.
I'm? Well, that's what I'm trying to
Typical,
do.
bro.
I
We
think
know
I-
you. That's why.
Me, I'm
Because-
an innocent young man. I would never.
No, I'm sure that you saw my tweet offering Mohamed El Neni for 5 million to Liverpool Football Club. I think that was probably
We do that for you.
we do
Can I
that
do
for you.
the
Ask
intros
Paul,
first
ask
before
Paul.
you
You know what I
roast
mean? Salah's brother.
Mo squared and all that. Jeez. Get me.
Can I do the intro before you roast me? We get to the roast me section at the end.
Okay, cool.
And speaking of, now because his club spends money and they're relevant, we're gonna have to unfortunately start bringing Newcastle fans on the channel as well. Oh my god! Imagine I was doing YouTube 10 years ago and I'm like, let me bring on a Newcastle fan. It's crazy. It's crazy how life works. I was actually in the midst of my Caicedo rant. I had on the background Newcastle Villa. And when Diaby scored the equalizer, I'm like, okay, fair enough. Aston Villa are also a club I respect. They're doing really well. Out of nowhere, 4 goals for Newcastle, just like that. It went from a 1-1 close game. It was looking really good. 5-1 Newcastle. I was actually thinking of doing a watch along. Thank God I didn't do a watch along. Joining us on the channel is a man who was doing a watch along, and he's always repping Newcastle with his heart and soul. Of course, the man himself, man like Steve. How you doing, Steve, man? You're on mute.
He's
You
on
muted.
mute.
No way you pulled the Villa. You pulled the Villa. You got us in the
Yeah.
There we
No,
go.
hey, thanks for having me on. Yeah, it's good. I just like watching Newcastle, man. I just like watching Newcastle. So that's all I can really ask for. No more Steve Bruce, Jeff Hendrick, all this BS. Dwight Gale, Andy Carroll away at the Emirates at the FA Cup in the year
Hey, leave Andy Carroll alone.
2019.
Hey.
Oh,
Why
sorry,
did you have
Andy
to throw
Carroll.
Emirates in there?
No.
Because I remember that FA Cup game real well. Bro, I remember the dark days. But now we got Isak. So yeah, thanks for having me on, man. Thanks for having me on.
Big up, Steve. And finally, last but not least, he's already cussing you out in the comments. I'm sure as soon as I intro him, he's going to cuss you out as well, because there's 400 people who ain't even on 100 likes yet. Joining us on the channel, of course, is my eternal enemy. Man that I probably hate the most heading into today's stream. But out of respect, if I cook people when stuff like this happens, I need to bring them on so they can cook me when it goes the other way, because I'm a fair human being. Of course, the man himself, prepping Chelsea. The best part is, just in typical Hussam Andrew fashion, I just told him, see you 11:15. I didn't even tell him what the fuck we're talking about. I'm like, 11:15. It's like, okay. That's the best part. Of course, man like Andrew has joined us. How you doing, Andrew, man?
Everyone's
How
on
are
mute.
you?
Everybody.
Sorry, I was just that was the best introduction you've ever given me on this thing, so I was just surprised by that. But let me apologize first to you, Sam, that you have to be the sacrificial lamb. I will go up once it's here we go. I will barbecue mods to the fullest and grillest
Please.
I can. But
I'm just glad
let's
it's
just
not
say,
us.
man,
Let's just
I'm
put it
glad
that
I'm
way.
here. I'm glad I'm here to complete the panel like a midfield DM. So I'm glad I'm here to do that for you, Sam. It's all good. It's all good.
That was so
But we'll talk
unnecessary.
later. We'll talk later. What? What did I say?
That was
I'll
so
just say
unnecessary.
I might be
Too much
the most
video.
shameless and
Bro,
obnoxious.
I thought you were
Wait,
going
wait,
to cuss them out.
To be fair, he
I
might
thought you
need to
were gonna
hijack the show at this point.
But I
Might
just
need to
want
hijack
to
the show.
say, Sam, just to warn you, I might be the most obnoxious and shameless I've ever been, but some people might say that's just
Bro,
every stream.
Go for it, my brother.
But
Go for
I
it.
just I'll let
Shameless.
I'll let it simmer like
Kunle, I went on the terrace in front of 6,000 people and said Arsenal are going to win the
Right.
league. Don't expect me like that.
Yeah, but
I'm
I
on
know
your
what you
side.
did. Why you did that. So we'll talk
Oh,
about
bro.
that later, though. We'll talk about that
Anyway,
later.
listen, speaking of Arsenal, let's talk about the serious team first. Big up Joe for Super Chat. I'm going to read it out in the little bit more relevant part, because now we want to start with the football first, because bored of talking about, it's transfers for a second. Let's take a footballing break, talk about
Thanks,
stuff that happened on the pitch. I don't know why I said start with Arsenal. Actually, start with Man City first, so we can get it out the way, Okay. Shock horror, guys. Who would have predicted City beat Burnley and Haaland scored? Oh my God, who would have known? Novens, my brother. 3-0, first game away from home against Vincent Kompany. I don't know how you dunked on your former legend like that, but what did you make of the game? And give us your thoughts on this season as well, if you want.
Yeah, sure. Respect Burnley first of all, and my beautiful former bald captain. So less of that. But yeah, it was a obviously City normally start the season with sort of like pre-season rust. It normally takes us a few games to get into the swing of things. That's why we tend to lose Community Shield games, for example. We've lost 3 on the bounce. The reason for that is because we start our pre-season late. Therefore, by the time the season starts, we need to get rid of that rust. But yes, I thought Burnley were really good. It didn't feel like a 3-0 to me. I think if they had better quality players, it sounds like an obvious thing to say, but I think they were set up really well. That's what I'm trying to say. If they had better quality players, I think it would have been a trickier game. I think they just got outdone by our individual brilliance at the end of the day, with Haaland especially. That second goal was ridiculous. I think Haaland scored with his first touch as well. So, unsurprising there. And the only bad thing really was that De Bruyne went off injured. All I would say, and he's going to be out for however long, but all I would say about that is I feel like De Bruyne gets like at least one bad injury every single season, and we seem to be able to cope with him. For example, the 18-19 season against Liverpool, he was out for around half
Against
of
who?
it. What's that? Sorry,
Against who? Against who?
the 18-19 season, the title race against Liverpool. I'm pretty sure that I think De Bruyne was out for like around half of that season, and obviously we still won it. So I don't expect it to be too much of an issue.
I asked him about City Burnley, and he took a shot at every single club on the panel. If you notice, he's very sly. He's very sly.
Hey,
No,
what?
but the thing is, the main thing is, did you ask your cousin how he is? Is he doing okay? Is he recovering?
Yeah, that's what I wanted to ask you on a real level. The KDB thing, like how bad is the injury?
Right, this cousin thing or brother. I don't look like De Bruyne. I'm not ginger. Where's that come from? I'm dirty blonde or whatever. So yeah, we'll be having.
Hey, people think I look like Kagler Soyuncu when I put my hair up. So people are always. I'll do it. Hold on.
Maybe
There we
Hey,
go.
man, I can already see it. I can already see it, bro. Secretly, I can see it already, bro.
No, but you know what the funny thing is he's actually going to probably come back for the Arsenal game. It's going to be
Maybe that's what he's doing. He's going to hibernation.
Of course he is, bro. Of course he is, bro. Come on.
genuinely. It's the same hamstring.
KDB and Arsenal is like Kante
Yeah,
and Liverpool.
it's
Like,
it's
it's
it's like
You'll always
Firmino and
drop
us.
him out
It's like Firmino and
before-
us. You remember Firmino used to just he would just go.
Bro, there's too
renegade.
many players to name. for
Let's not
Arsenal,
do
bro.
this, okay?
Yeah,
We've
just
had enough.
allow it,
We've had
allow
enough.
it, allow it.
We've had enough. But the main thing is he's. I think. I mean, I didn't watch the game, but from what other people have said, it felt like that the level kind of was different when he was removed from the pitch. I don't know if that's the truth or not, because I didn't watch the game. But yeah, we play you October 7th, I think. So yeah, so if it's the same hamstring and it's probably a heavy grade 1, early grade 2 hamstring tear or hamstring strain, tear is grade 3, that would literally give him time to come back for the Wolves game the week before.
And the window is still open, so City can always do a madness at any point.
No. But I don't think you've just deep what I just said. He's actually timed. He's timed this injury so he could be perfectly recovered for the Arsenal game. Like the weeks, the weeks have actually turned out perfectly to actually recover for Arsenal. So he has hate in his heart.
Who cares, man? If we want to win this league, we can't be scared of KDB, bro. So
we've been saying it. We've been saying it.
What was interesting, I think, Corinne, you said that I agree with you that
calling you a gingerly Cattermole, you're just gonna.
I know that is.
Let the man breathe, okay? Let the man breathe. He was
Big up
about
Ivan,
to
man.
say
Big up.
something.
There's actually two City super chats, because this is something also I wanted to ask you about the Rodri thing, because people are going like, people are I don't know if people are doing too much with Rodri now. I don't know if people are going over the top.
Not at all. Rodri's quality. Rodri's
He is
a very
player.
good player.
Sam, what
The
Sam,
best
would you-
player in the league.
People
The
saying
best
Sterling
DM in
De
the
Bruyne,
world,
that's not going too
definitely.
far.
but Not
Sam,
best player in the
what
league.
would you know about DM, Hassan? Let's move on to people who know about it. Let's do it. What do you know about it?
No,
Let the
Vince,
man
tell me
speak
your
about
thoughts
the
on
game.
Man
He was
City.
about to answer the question.
Guy.
So let the man
Hey,
talk about
Silver,
the game.
keep it coming, bro.
Let City talk about. Let's the City fan talk about City. Go on, Novan.
Oh yes, I think Karan, you mentioned that some people told you the level dropped off when De Bruyne went off, and I would agree with that. But I thought what was more interesting was that we actually changed system when De Bruyne went off. So Foden initially started wide, much to my I was very upset at that because I wanted him to be in the middle. But when De Bruyne went off, we actually pushed out Lewis and Walker wide, and that allowed Foden and Alvarez to play more centrally, which was interesting. So I'm trying to look at it as a sort of like silver lining thing of, yeah, we've lost De Bruyne, but have we accidentally activated a way to allow Foden to play more centrally with Alvarez in the middle as well, potentially? So that's a thing.
Sorry.
Let him finish.
I was just going to say that
And
shows.
the Rodney thing, because I know you're
yeah.
going there.
No, yeah. And I was going to say that just shows like the tactical flexibility of Pep. Like, so I've just lost my best player. Okay, let's just like switch it up and just like, and we were still very good and deserve to win, obviously. In terms of Rodri, yeah, obviously fantastic. He is the best defensive midfielder in the world, yes. He obviously scored in the Champions League final last season. Brilliant quality player, and he is up there in just terms of like best midfielders in the world, never mind defensive midfielders. But I think people are going a little bit over the top. De Bruyne does still exist. He is still the best midfielder in the world. Just because he's like...
But that's a different conversation.
What's that, sorry?
Not really a midfielder anymore, is he? He's more of a second striker now. He used to be.
All right, Karen, don't do that, man. You did that before, bro. You need to stop doing that.
So.
He's not a second striker, bro.
He is a second striker.
He's a midfielder, bro.
I don't agree.
Define second striker.
If you play one season closer to the striker compared to previous seasons where you've been playing central midfield, even box to box, that doesn't mean you've immediately turned into a second striker.
No. I think that his role since Haaland has come has been more of a second striker. I don't think he's
sure, but one season does not define a player, does
no,
it?
and
So
that's why I said. That's why I said now. I didn't say before.
I don't think his goal tally. I don't think his goal tally racks up with a second striker. Really.
No, but his assist tally does.
I think he's closer to the striker, but I don't think. I don't think it's akin to like a legitimate second striker, for example. Like if I think of a second striker, I think of someone like Bergkamp, for example.
Joao Felix at Benfica with Haris Seferovic.
We need to stop. We need to stop bringing Joao Felix in any conversations involving.
No. And Andrew knows this. When I go on Carefree Lewis streams and someone brings up Joao Felix, I say every time because I watch a lot of Benfica. I bring up all the time Joao Felix's best football in his career, 4-4-2, 2018-19 with Benfica, Haris Seferovic, and Joao Felix.
No, but the main reason why I and I'm going to say again, I do think he is now a second. I think that his role in the press, the way he conducts the offense, he's not exactly running things from deep anymore. He's not box to box. He's much more advanced. He's much more turn, swivel, and hit into Haaland now. And that's why I think he's a second striker. I'm more than happy to hear of different arguments, but that's why I've said. And look, to me, I think midfield roles are midfield roles. You can't. That's why I don't do midfield comparisons, because how are you meant to discern the best midfielder in the world or best midfielder in the league when you have DMs, central midfielders, box to boxes, DLPs, second strikers, all these different types of roles? How are you meant to quantify what is the best, what is the most effective, what's the most important? It's too many variables. So for me, you guys might disagree, but for me, he's now a second striker. That's why I keep saying now, emphasis on now, a second striker. I would say.
Who's the second striker? Can you please say it again? Because I wasn't here.
KDB.
Oh, damn. Okay.
I don't think he's a second striker. I think that he's, if you want to be really technical about it, he's probably in the middle ground of sort of second striker and like, I don't know, attacking midfielder or whatever, if that's how you want to really define it.
I just think he's a fucking good player.
Yeah, no, that we can all agree on, right?
I keep it.
We can all agree.
No, but can we just like, this is really annoying. Like, it happened last season as well. Like, can we just stop pissing City off, guys? Like, all you rival fans, can we stop pissing City off, like trying to nitpick at them, saying, oh, they look different to last season and they look weaker and they dropped up. They just won 3-0 away from home without their best two centre-backs. What are we talking about here?
And De Bruyne injury.
What are we talking about here? So everyone's like, oh, yeah, they don't look the same. Mahrez this, Mahrez that.
I don't think.
Bro, it's wild, bro.
Even without the start, you could tell Kunle's an Arsenal fan.
I don't think that's what Karan said, to be fair.
No, I'm not. I don't nitpick City whatsoever.
No.
Again, I didn't watch the game.
I heard people saying they were underwhelming. They dropped off. They don't look the same. It's wild.
Imagine being underwhelmed with a 3-0 win.
Like,
yeah, I mean, in relative terms, it's underwhelming.
I'll answer the question. I don't know who the best CM in the world is. Okay, there's no way to tell.
Man.
No. How are you going to tell?
Who is it?
Are we talking box? Are we talking box to box? Are we talking a DLP? What are we doing here? what
What's
is
a
the best
DL?
profile?
Midfielder.
A deep
Best
lining-
central
deep
midfielder in the
lining.
league.
Oh, sorry.
If
okay.
KDB is not
Yeah,
counted,
I needed a clearance of that one still.
I don't.
Right.
if
but this
KDB is
the
not
thing.
counted, the
You-
best.
Kind of like some postage
Sam,
thing.
you
the
can
BLP.
you can go back to this. I've written articles on this. I've done everything. I do not do individual best player in the world.
Yeah,
Best
fine,
pla-
I'll
I
answer
don't
this
do
question.
that because
I think if
I
we're
just
counting,
don't think there is
Go on.
an ability to say
He's trying
because
to- he's trying to
everyone because
hypnotize
the
you
thing
lot
is
again.
what is if you say who the best player in the world is, it's only clear when you can say what the a tangible impact, for example, a Messi or a Ronaldo. That
I love
impact is
people in the
tangible.
comments
Big
saying,
Dan Burn.
But if you look at guys like central midfielders or centre backs or wide players or whatever, if you want to quantify what's the most important, the units are important. That's why I don't do individual centre back comparisons because Gabriel with I don't know
Romero.
a Romero doesn't work. You know what I mean? But Gabriel Saliba works, or Lisandro Martinez doesn't work with a lot of people. But if he had a more competent dual winner next to him, maybe that would work better. So yeah, no, I'll take it. No, but the
you
thing
just
is,
come back at you with the one thing you dislike because you didn't say.
I know, I
You
don't,
know what
I
want
don't
to-
dis, I
I
don't.
know what he wants
You
you to
say I
say.
dislike it. But
He wants you to say Bernardo.
I like
That's why,
profile. I
'cause
like
he's a City
profiling
fan.
players.
He's a City fan. He just wants you to say Bernardo Silva. That's why he's
Okay,
coming
fine.
at you.
Bernardo Silva, fine.
No,
I don't
Bernardo
really-
Silva is amazing.
It's not.
man.
It's not really. It's not really. I don't really care like that because I don't rate the comparison. I prefer the best team in the world than the best player in the world. That's
So
what
wait, I have
would
a
rather-
question for you. If you could profile box to box, like okay, so you said center mid. Not every center mid plays the same role to play the same way, etc. So, but could you say like I think this is the best box to box center mid in
Yeah,
the
of
world?
course.
This
Of course.
is the
For
best.
example, like
in
a
your
like a
opinion.
Bruno. I know what you want. You want Bruno Guimaraes, or you want, or there's different variables on that. So
Newcastle.
Can we go
Go-
back to
go
the?
Declan
Can we go back
Rice,
to
The
the
best
game?
TM in the league,
Yeah.
if KDB is a second
Silver
striker, the
Surfer,
best
I like
TM
what
in
you
the
did
league
there,
is-
man. I like what you
Can we
did.
go
The
back
best
to the
TM in the
game
league
though?
Can you guys hear me or not?
Yeah, we can hear you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Go
The
on.
best TM
Sorry.
in the league, if KDB is a striker, is Thiago Alcantara. That's the real answer to that question.
I like
Um,
Thiago
yeah,
too.
That's the real.
he's not a striker. He's a second striker.
Thiago.
I know he's made
man.
from
He's-
Weetabix, but in terms of quality, that's the thing.
But
And
can we go
Andres, if
back-
you want to speak, there's a question for you here.
Holding five.
Did we even
Well-
let the boy finish his chat about what
That's what I
happened in
wanted
the
to
game?
go. I wanted to go back to the game. Actually.
Yeah.
I
This
just
is
haven't-
how
I
this
need
this
to-
is how these streams go. By the way,
I know.
Yeah.
I've been on.
Like I
but
feel
what's
bad.
the-
Like he was going through the game, and then we got into KDB conversations. I feel bad. Like
Let me
he's
address
the
this
champ. He's
super
the
chat.
champion of England. We didn't even let him finish his.
Let me address
I'm
the
the
super
champion
chat.
of England. Big
Let me
up.
address this super chat. Even your own Paul Joyce has said we put in a bid, so just hold that. All right, just move on, man. Just go get Tyler Adams or something like that. Just move on
Hey,
for you.
USA,
you didn't have
USA,
to go there.
USA,
You didn't have to go there. You didn't have to mention.
I wasn't
Tyler.
addressing you. I was addressing the super chat.
USA.
If you
I-
took
anyway,
it that way,
going-
Hussam, then
going
that's your
back
business,
to-
bro.
Look, all
Going
I'm
back to
saying
the-
is John W. Henry is pulling into Stamford Bridge tomorrow to do fuck all tomorrow. It's going to be hilarious. I'm seeing too many fan cams on the.
He's traveling by
Twitter.
tube apparently.
Can
as
we
well.
just leave
No,
John
no.
W. Henry alone?
What, to save money?
What? You hate that guy more than anyone. What the hell are you talking about? Leave John
Of
Henry
course,
alone.
but that's not the segment.
The
When you
Oyster
say
card.
control it, I'm controlling it. Good evening,
What
brother.
is this segment?
With City. They could replace KDB with me against Arsenal and still dominate City. Dog Arsenal whenever it matters. Don't mention the frisbee. Before we go to Arsenal, McManus, thank you for the super chat. Before we go to Arsenal, because that's the next segment, I feel like we need to just give Nobbins 1 minute without interruption, just so
Exactly.
he can.
Oh,
His
I
thoughts.
enjoyed that.
Hussam, mute everyone. Okay, let it.
All right,
man
all right,
speak.
No need. You guys can control yourselves. I know, Kunle can't,
Alas.
but the rest can. So, Nobbins, your thoughts
Hello.
just on City this season in general.
Oh, so not just the match, just in general. Yes. So I've predicted City to win the title. I do think that we have technically gotten weaker in terms of personnel. For example, Kovacic isn't as good as Gundogan. We've lost Mahrez. We haven't yet replaced him, etc., etc. However, last season, for around 2/3 of it, we were messing around trying to figure out how to play with Haaland, basically. Haaland was fine, but the rest of the team weren't. And it wasn't until around the final third where we actually realized, okay, now we actually know how to play with this new system, etc. So the counter to it being a weaker team in terms of personnel is we've now going to have a full season where we know we've got a system which works and we know how to play with Haaland. So that's why I'm still quite confident that City will win the title, because, as I say, even though we are weaker, I accept that currently. I think we are technically stronger in terms of, as I say, familiarity with the way we play, etc., etc.
And Nobbins, to add on to that, I don't think anyone has gotten stronger than you. No one has eclipsed you. That's the other thing too, because mind the gap, right?
Yeah.
So that's the other thing why I got you guys pissing the league by 12 plus points, to be honest.
I can appreciate that. Yeah, I wouldn't say pissingly, but I do think, for example, Arsenal have definitely gotten better. But I take your point of I don't. For example, I think City are going to get like sort of mid-90s points this season. I don't personally know if Arsenal will do that.
What do you think signing Paqueta will do for the actual
I
team?
I love
itself?
Paqueta.
It's Pep signing him. Remember that, right?
Right. Okay. But Nobbins, what do you think? Looking at him, you've seen him at West Ham. Obviously, they balled out in Europe, but not in the league. But he's very good for Brazil. But what do you think he will bring? Is he the Gundogan replacement? Do you think? If you can replace him,
I guess he would sort of play in that same position. I don't think he's the same player. I think the reason why Pep will probably like him in the first instance is because he is left-footed, and those angles in midfield do make a difference. I think.
Right.
For example, there are just like runs which Haaland makes, and like Gundogan's got the ball, but naturally he wants to play it on his right, and it would just be more naturally suited for a left footer, for example. So I think that as a first factor is quite. That's a pretty salient point, and I think that there is still something in the back of my mind of I don't know if Pep fully trusts Foden in the midfield yet.
Yeah.
So maybe that's another factor that he's thinking about, and obviously he's just a very good footballer fundamentally as well. So
well, I don't understand why anyone. And sorry to someone, I don't know anyone doubts when a player going to City under Pep, if you don't rate them and just doesn't give them at least a year to see what happens. I just don't. Get this at all, but anyway, I think it's the price. It's the price, really. People are going what? But that's today's market, isn't it? So
if people actually watched Lucas Paqueta at Lyon, like I do, because I love Liga, and bro, I watch that all the time, bro. He was terrific at Lyon. Multiple man of the match performances against the big hitters, Monaco, Paris Saint-Germain away, Olympique de Marseille, any of that. Bro, this guy is unbelievable. He had freedom to actually play football at Lyon. And that wasn't even the Lyon sides of the past
Steve,
few years.
He's far from unbelievable. Great. Relax. He's not unbelievable.
No, he is. No. I'm telling you right now. He is. I'm telling you right now. At West Ham, they do not allow him to play football. He's had to do a lot of the dirty work. He can do that, but it's not getting the best out of him. And I'm telling you at Lyon, bro, that guy was unbelievable. He's a very good
Houssam Aouar, bro. So was Houssam Aouar.
Yeah, well, so is Sven Botman.
Great
we
point.
can do this all day, okay? But both.
Don't go. If you want me, bro, I am diehard League, and I know what transfers go to the Prem and which ones pay off. So if you come with a flop, I'll come up with an even better success.
No, but this is what I'm saying. I'm
transfers
you're right,
working or not, because we're 29 minutes into this video. Here's the thing. Today, in case you guys are unaware, Arsenal did beat Forest by 2-1, and that's where I want to move next. Now we're going to move on to the Arsenal topic, because we do have quite a bit of football to talk about as well regarding Arsenal today. They beat Forest 2-1. I actually predicted Arsenal to win 5-0 today, but fair play to Forest. They played really well. I think they had a good game, but Arsenal got it done. At the end of the day, they got the 3 points, and that's what matters. Before we carry on, there's 650 people watching us. Big up to you guys. Make sure you're all slapping the like button. Make sure you're all subscribing to the channel if you're ready to do so. Every single person watching us right now, hit that like button, subscribe. Big up to Wave, McManus, AJ, IB7, and Joe for the super chats. There's just 3 super chats for us to go through before we just head to the Arsenal section. 2 of them are cussing Arsenal out anyway. Just a quick question. I'd pray you guys do yes or no.
Bro,
would you
come
swap
on,
Havertz
you don't even have to
Paqueta?
ask this, bro.
Not
In
for
a
90
heartbeat,
million.
bro. In
Not
a
for 90
heartbeat,
million.
bro.
Is it 90 million? I'll be honest. It's 90
No, but we're
million
not
pounds.
putting prices on it. It's a straight swap.
110
Would you
million
rather?
euro.
You guys would swap Havertz for Joe Willock.
No, we wouldn't.
All right.
Yes, you would.
No, we wouldn't, bro.
Yes, you would all day, every
We
day.
sold
No,
Joe Willock.
no,
okay?
we sold you, Joe
No.
Willock, bro.
What?
We don't want him, bro.
No.
Yeah,
You
and he's a
can't-
good
We're-
player.
we're too-
Willock's a
we're
very-
too
look,
big a
Willock's
club
a
for
very
him.
good player.
Good
We're
player.
too big a
Willock-
club for him, bro.
Look, both of you, Willock's a very good player, and he's doing very
I'm
well.
just
at
glad he's
Newcastle.
not my issue anymore. That's the thing.
He's injured right now, but yeah.
And he's injured right now. He's a very good player.
So,
and
Karen, will you
we
take
have to
Paqueta
look
for
at-
Havertz?
It depends on the price. It's very simple.
It's the same
it's
price.
90 million.
Okay, straight
Oh.
swap, 65 for 65. Yeah,
Then
yeah,
I'm
that
taking
way.
Paqueta.
All day.
But if
every
it's 90 million, then I'm not taking.
Okay,
Paqueta
I hear
for
that.
90
I hear
million.
that.
I think it's a
Okay,
pretty
fair
simple
enough.
answer. I'm not exactly
65
dancing around it.
million add-ons. How about that?
Fair
It's
enough.
time. It basically.
Big up to
It's,
Wade,
not, it's,
who
it's,
said,
it's the best time of the show. It's the time where Kunle accuses me of hypnotizing him for 20 minutes. So let's get into it. Kunle, how are you feeling? Havertz out of possession recently? Is it going well? Is it not going
See,
well?
hey, stop these strategic.
Oh my god!
Stop these
Kunle,
strategic answers. These questions.
Hold
Stop.
your thoughts on
Stop
that
this.
one.
How
Let me-
is it? How,
let
just
me
tell me
just-
how it is.
One second,
What's up?
Karen. Let me just address the super chats first. There's just two I want to read out because
Hey,
there are
Karen,
some
you're
related anyway.
setting
Can we
up.
stop selling Arsenal fans' dreams? Arteta, the Poes are copying Pep's 3-2-4-1 from last season. He's such a try-hard. Captain Odegaard ain't taking no chain. Fighting words here from Wave, who doesn't even support the Premier League club. So much vim for Arsenal. City didn't even get off first gear. They come alive end of the season. Paqueta and a winger coming in. Pep is bringing back the 10. Arsenal, no chance.
We never
Says,
have a chance.
Wade.
We don't have a chance
Big up
ever.
to you
Okay,
for this,
let's
bro.
let's get that this guy out.
So
this
go
out
on,
of the way,
Karen.
right? Let's get this out of the way, right? Bring up the last one. Bring up the last one. Bring up the last super
Which
chat.
one? This one or the other one?
The other one, right? Let's just be calm.
So the
There's
other
no
one is
no
one
need
more.
to no need to
I'm
be
about to-
aggressive here. It's all right. Everything's
Just
fine.
dissect it.
So
I'm finding it. Speak on it
yeah,
here.
find it. So 3-2-4-1, right? That's not what we did. We played a 3-4-3. We played a 4-2-3-1. We played a 4-3-3. This 3-2-4-1 is not what we do. We do not have the same players that Man City do. We do not play that system. We've never played the system 3-2-4-1. You're getting mixed up between build-up structure and formation. This is not what we do.
Wait,
We
could
play
you
fi-
explain that real quick? I'm sorry. Like what you mean
this
by
is this is
Go on.
this 3-2-4-1 is a build-up structure. This is we have three
Okay.
centre backs, two
Stevie sucked
DMs,
you in. Got you.
and then the four,
Yeah.
basically the four across. So
okay.
Saka, Martinelli, Havertz, and Odegaard with Jesus or Nketiah up top. That's the build-up structure. We don't play 3-2-4-1. We play either a 3-4-3 or a 4-3-3.
3-2-2-3, maybe. If you
Yeah,
want to get
3-2-2-3. If you want to do that as well, that's absolutely fine. So this is complete nonsense. This super chat. Go to the next one, Sam.
Big up,
Oh,
though. Thanks for the
yeah,
super
but-
chat.
Word.
That's for the super chat though. No worries.
Did I hear
Yeah.
3-2-2-3?
I think Wave is either a Madrid or a Barca fan, if I'm not mistaken.
No,
What did
That's
I-
why so much vim for us.
Again. No,
Fear, if it sounds fear.
no problem. Yeah, no, this is completely true, and this is what we're afraid of now. Genuinely, I'm not even taking any shit for this. They rinsed us in the last 10 games of the season. They came alive and they did what they did. Fair play to them. They won the treble. Best team in the world. Not a problem with this at all.
I've got a
Yeah,
problem
they
with
are
the
the
super
favourites
chat, that's all.
Title. No doubts about it. And we have to find a way to take it off them. It's that simple. There's
The
no
issue I have with this super chat is I just replaced the word Aston and just put EPL.
yeah.
So
So
I'll just,
Pep is bringing
I'll
back
just
the
put that.
10.
I just
I want to know, can you expand, because that's actually interesting. That actually interests me. What do you mean by bringing back the 10? Because if you mean bringing back the 10 as in Paqueta, he won't be playing as a 10. He'll be playing
no,
as
no,
he'll be
you
playing a
won't
bit
get
deeper.
Mm.
So
Yeah.
if you mean KDB, then yeah, I can hear you out. But the if it's Paqueta, I don't think that's the case. I think you're getting mixed up between aesthetics and function here. Paqueta's a very nice to look at player, and he's a very good player. And he's, as I said, for 65 million, for 65, I would swap him for Havertz in an instant. I don't think he's worth 90 million, but that's the market we live in, and the market's been very inflated. So if that's the price of doing business, you have to do it. So they're getting a very good player. Let's put it that way. So
yeah.
that's the main thing. And then if we get into what we actually want to talk about, the Arsenal section, I'm going to ask you again, Kunle, what did you make of Havertz out of possession today?
Why can't you just ask me what I think of Kai Havertz? Period.
No, because
why do you have to?
that was your
why
main
do you have
concern.
to channel it to?
Oh,
out of
because
position?
even if you answered it that way, he still had a very good game today, and you're a liar if you deny it because I watched it.
Because the thing
A
is,
ve-
that was your
a
main
very
concern.
good game. No. To be honest, that for that fact that
He's
was
playing in
he has
you want him to
looked.
score a hat trick,
he-
like
He looked busy like in that department. I'm not gonna lie, he did. He looked like he was up for the game. I'll give it to you, man. But I still think he played it very, very safe. A safe performance like this is not gonna get me excited about Kai
No,
Havertz.
it's not, I'm not excited about this performance either. But the fact is he's coming in. He's actually, gelling into the side. He's starting to get going. He now does need to start hitting his passes with more venom. That's the main thing. I'll give it to him.
Hey, well, this is what I say, Karen. In terms of Kai Havertz, he's got to impress me. It's not let me just stick in the game and be existent.
Want to see from him? What do you want to see from him? What is
risk taking? I need more risk taking with his passing.
I want to see technical proficiency.
Because
I want to see him.
Hey, wait, hold on, Steve. One second. In terms of I like that he got himself about, but he played it safe. Maybe I'll allow him this first game because it was his debut at the Emirates. He didn't want the fans to get on him and start booing him, so he kept it safe. I'm not mad at that. But I'm telling you, he's got 10 games for me. I'm not giving him to the end of the season.
No one says you have to give him anything.
But I'm telling you what I'm giving him, so you know.
I know, I understand. What did you think his better position was today?
I think he looked better when he was straight through the middle, personally, mate.
Straight through the middle. That's what I agree with completely. Did you? Because the thing is,
that doesn't mean I like him as a player.
Because the thing is, we had.
Thing is, though, Havertz, even you're saying out of possession, I disagree with. I'm not talking just out of possession. In possession, I feel like he kept the ball really well. He kept it ticking. Here's the thing. I think he's probably executing Arteta's plan to a T because he's keeping the ball really well. Possession is kept. And if you notice the defensive work he's doing as well, you've got to say, I can't lie, Havertz had a really good game today. There's nothing
The main thing, and I'll say it again, the main thing that I need is a bit more aggression. He needs to be more aggressive. I don't think he was hiding. He wasn't hiding at all. He needs to be more aggressive. He needs to hit his passes with a bit more venom. There were times that he got shrugged off a bit. I just need him to find a bit more like dog in him. That's the main thing. I need to find.
He got that dog in him.
I need a bit more aggression. And the thing is,
but let me ask you both something. There's a guy. How come you didn't start with Nketiah, Habibis? Huh? How come you didn't start with Nketiah? Nketiah was so good.
I'll tell you why.
I'm gonna die on the Nketiah.
You know what? You know exactly. You know exactly why we didn't start with Eddie. It's because Kunle we were on the show together with Kunle, and I bought the diagrams out. I bought everything out for Kunle. Remember?
I do. Fair enough.
So that's why I mentioned Havertz. I'm more than happy to talk about Eddie because I'm one of Eddie's biggest advocates. I have been for years now. Ever since Leeds, I've been on Eddie Hyde. So. So for me, Eddie had not a great game, but he had a very good game. I saw some very, very funny tweets about his passing was backwards. You're at the top of the pitch. You're at the top of the pitch, so you're not going to be one of the main criticisms of Eddie was he doesn't link up well enough, but he's succeeding in passes backwards, which is linking up play. I don't really understand what the criticism is.
When Ivan Toney does it, everybody's like,
Yeah. I'm telling you, it is what it is. But he had a very good game. He linked up play well. He got his goal. There was a very funny tweet as well about he should have squared it to Havertz because Havertz had.
Nah, someone didn't say that for real.
Yeah. I'll send it to you. Someone said that he and they used like numbers as well. They were like the pass was like a 25% success rate, but Havertz would have scored that 9 out of 10 times.
Wait, this is the goal, the chance he scored that
the chance he scored, right? But the chance he took was a lower chance opportunity, so he should have passed it because it was a safer option.
They got Martinelli as well on that play.
I was about to say, fuck talking about Nketiah. Let's talk about that Martinelli assist.
One second. Before the guys at the bottom, Kunle. It's crazy how we started with Havertz and Nketiah, and you've been quiet so far when Karen actually picked them up before the football even started. So Kunle, why are you quiet? Can you tell the people about Eddie? Can you tell the people about Havertz? Go on.
When it comes to Eddie, like big up Eddie, yeah. Like he's got for me, he's got to do a lot to impress me. But I was surprised to see him in the start. I was surprised to be he was in the starting lineup today over Trossard. But at the end of the day, he did his thing. Like, what more do you ask for a striker when he plays? To score goals, look busy, run at the defenders, and he did that. Is he going to be the guy that's going to get me 12 Premier League goals this season? I doubt that. But I mean, this is good for his confidence.
Comments are funny.
Good for his confidence. And look, nothing makes me happier than a Haaland boy scoring for Arsenal. But I think, but I'll big him up for today. But that's all I'm doing. I'm not getting overexcited.
Are you okay with
about
Balogun
it.
leaving now? Are you okay with that yet, or not yet?
For the money, yeah. I'm okay with the money that they're asking for it. I'm not gonna lie, but yeah, that's it. Because I hope we'll do something. With it.
As an American, I hope he leaves. To be honest, because clearly Arteta just doesn't have him in his plans. I don't know how he loves Eddie over Balogun. It doesn't make sense to me. I agree. I agree 100%. But
what I will say about this,
Steve, do you want to say something about Martinelli? You're so high. I
was just gonna say Martinelli, boy. I love him. I think if we're gonna use the ceiling term, I don't really use it, but in terms of just like how good they are, Saka and Martinelli for me, it's like Arsenal are set on the wings for a long time. Yeah, Saka's bro. They are both terrific. They like honestly, their potential is very, very, very high and at a similar level.
Steve, do you reckon that Martinelli answers Klopp's call?
Say that again.
Do you reckon Martinelli answers Klopp's call?
Yeah. We all know Martinelli is going to end up being a Liverpool player at the point in time.
Wait, what? All right. What is this?
That's my star boy.
Sam believes it. If Klopp calls him up and puts his arm around his shoulder and gives him a hug, he's going to want to come to Anfield.
I'd like to publicly thank you for watching my stuff. I appreciate that. You get
I'm a fan first before anything, Sam, bro. I'm a fan first, bro.
Let me say
big up, my bro. One day he's going to wear a Liverpool.
Let me quickly say the comments are cracking me up. I'm just tired, guys. I'm not some coach's voice guy. I'm just very tired.
The guy who's saying it to you, I usually block comments like that, but he is actually one of the respectful ones.
Don't worry. Don't block comments. That's very funny. I actually that made me laugh. I'm very tired, guys. It's that simple.
I actually got a question. Are you guys concerned?
What am I concerned about?
What did I do?
Well, tell me what.
Yeah, go on, Steve. What are you concerned about?
Go on, Steve. Sorry, go on.
Second half from Arsenal. I understand you're trying to you're 2-0 up and you're just trying to keep things ticking along. I just felt like you should have had your foot on the gas like we did against Villa. I'm not saying you had to score 5-6 whatever, but I just felt the second half it was just kind of coasting along. It was only 2-0. If you're up 4,
the thing is, right? I'll tell you why. I mean, I understand where the concern is. I understand.
Laissez-faire. I thought it was very laissez-faire,
right? But I just think that we are trying to do control gimmick too much. I think we're trying to just go, okay, we'll take the gas off, just control the game, see out a nice 2-0, and like City do at times, right? I think that's what we try to do. But I just think that at times
City win 2-1 at times as well. City win.
But the thing is, right? City don't. City don't concede transitions like that, and that's what pisses me off. I think if you look at this, like, I don't like using stats that much, but if you do look at, like, for example, there's a stat called field tilt where the ball is right in the game, and we had, I think, 87 minutes where it was in the opponent's half for the majority of the time, and there was like a very small. I can send it to you on Twitter, Sam. It's like a very small bit for Forest that they tried. I don't accept the standards of that transition defending in that moment. I don't accept that Elanga can get that free. I don't accept that at all. But at the end of the day, you get the points and you move on to the next game.
You need to be better. You need to get better at tactical fouling as well, to be fair. That's what Fernandinho.
Yeah, Rice should have taken him out, bro. Elanga should have get cleaned out by Rice.
Where was Rice? Where was Rice in that situation?
I think Ben White should have done better.
He was but he was there, bro. He had the opportunity to take.
Where was he,
bro? I don't need to answer the question because he was there. He was there. No, Karen. I hear what you're saying. Maybe someone else should have been there, but he was there, and he had the opportunity to make that tactical foul, and he didn't. And he had every opportunity to make the tactical foul, and he didn't.
Brother, where was he on the pitch?
How was it, Kunle? How was
Was
his
he
off
in
the
the
ball?
box?
Where was he?
It was on the
I-
corner, right?
Was he in Ilanga's path?
He was
Bro,
in the
he
box,
had.
right?
Okay,
right?
okay. So are you telling me that he didn't have the opportunity to foul him? Is that what you're saying?
I'm saying that there was other
And that's
people
all I care
closer.
about, though.
I'm saying
Havertz
there's
would have
other people
definitely fouled him,
closer.
right?
Guendouzi would have taken him out from there, for goodness
I
sake.
love
Oh,
Guendouzi.
there's no
I
way you do Guendouzi
can
properly.
love Guendouzi.
Brother, I'm just being honest, innit? So I'm
Well,
not
Kunle, I
accepting that
really
from
like
Rice.
they rate
Boy.
all the wrong players. I really
No,
like
the
bro,
thing
bro.
is, the
Like, I'm
funny-
just.
the
It's
funny-
not about rating, bro. I'm talking
No,
about
no, no,
make a
no.
decision for your team at that moment. Rice has got to take him out, bro.
But
And
was
I've got
Rice-
full open
was
eye on
Rice-
I need
Declan
to look at
Rice.
a replay of this.
was Rice in his path? He was not. Rice was in the box. Rice was in the box. He was in the box for the
Right.
corner. Right. He wasn't on the bloody flank, was he? It should have been White. It should have been Saliba. It should
Did
have
you
been
say
one-
eyes on Rice in his first game, Kunle?
Bro, I'm my eyes on Rice for every game, bro. 105 million. I'm not hearing all that. Oh, give him some time to bed in. No, I like him.
Was he
but,
good or
but
bad
I'm
today?
watching him
Was he
closely.
good or
and
bad
I'm not-
today?
Declan
no,
Rice
I'm
was
not-
good.
I never said he was bad. I never said he was bad.
So
I'm
what
just
are you
saying.
watching then?
I'm just particularly talking about that situation. I didn't say he was bad. He had a good game. I
I'm
liked he was in
asking you.
attacking positions. I like he was taking shots, and I believe he's gonna grow with time. But I just that one thing that he didn't do and make the tactical foul, I didn't like. But what I don't like about this Arsenal thing is we love doing this.
He was he was chasing him down, but there were other people in front for Ilanga. Right, he was trying to get back 100%.
Bro, I'm not
Saka
going to
was-
protect
Saka
a man
was-
unnecessarily
Saka
when I knew he
exactly.
could make the decision, bro. He could have done it, bro.
He could have done
could've.
it.
That's a super chat.
I think the goal was. I think the goal was
I
very
said,
well
the
worked by
thing
Suarez.
the thing is
To be
right.
fair.
And the thing is, the funny thing is apparently I'm making excuses now. I'm the one that said it was unacceptable. I'm the one that said it shouldn't have been a goal. I was
That's
the one
not
that said we should have been control. So I don't know
No, I
what
don't
that chat is
agree
saying.
with you.
I don't
disagree with
understand what
Kunle
we're
with
saying
this.
is excuses here.
You
I'm
have to
holding
give
my
the guy
team to
time,
standards.
man.
So I don't really understand that.
No, but
that
even if he's no, but I'm not
Give
saying-
him
I'm
time to what though? I don't understand. I'm giving him time.
Kunle, 1 second. Even if he's making excuses, I've got no problem with that. I'll tell you why. Whether he costs 100 million or 120 million or 500 million, you still need time to adapt to your new surroundings.
He
Like
hasn't been. He hasn't shown that he needs to adapt. He's looked.
No, but
fine.
I'm saying even if you're making excuses, who cares? He's a new player. He needs time. This colleague I just signed, Declan Rice. You think I wouldn't take Rice? You ungrateful human being. I would take Rice right now, and he'd solve my whole problem.
You take him.
Okay. So basically, because we signed the player, I've got to shout him out every time. For
I
everything.
said that.
Bro, I said he had a
no.
good
Can I-
game.
can I just
Wait, no, you can't. Let me respond first because you lot are saying that I've said Rice had a bad game. All I said was I wanted him to take him out.
I didn't say that you.
But the way Curran, the way you lot are responding to me is like I've said Rice doesn't deserve time.
And
Rice,
I've told you no one said that. But I've told you no one said that. But
bro,
that's the main thing.
you're not listening to the exact.
So wait,
words I
give me
said.
your thesis statement on this, right? We all know what a thesis statement is. It's just a sentence where it's like, this is my stance on this. Rice, today, go.
Great game. Should have done a tactical foul for the first
Yeah.
goal though. But
Okay,
great, he had a
that's
good
fine.
game.
Everyone clear?
Yeah, we're all clear. And the thing is, I want to say this again. Ben White
Seriously.
should have done better.
Nice.
Well, Owen,
Easy.
he should have done better. I will say that right
Facts.
now.
Facts.
He should have done better. I was very disappointed with him in that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's the main-
Awaniwi is a physical, tough.
He's a physical
big guy.
striker, but
He's
you
a
can't-
Niger
you can't-
boy. He's
you
been
can't,
eating
wasn't
you
pounded.
that-
can't
Yeah.
let, you can't let him run in front of you like that. You can't.
Yes,
It's
the
that
wrong
simple.
side.
So,
Yeah.
So look, I think we were very good at for that first half. I think second half again we tried to do control gimmick. I didn't like it.
I
just
didn't
think-
like it either, to
Oh, no,
be
no,
honest. I thought you
I'm-
should
look-
have just run
Look,
up the
you know,
score.
you know what? I think I'm going because this is getting a bit much. I don't understand why the comments decided to for today decide to go positive gimmick when I've been anything but positive. So I will see you lot later. This
Big up,
is
bro.
gonna get a bit much because I don't understand why the you know what?
I don't
What's
think you've said anything
I'm
unreasonable.
not saying anything. I
Well,
don't
yeah,
say
definitely
anything.
not,
Karen.
bro.
It's
Karen,
very
we'll
strange.
protect
What's
you.
happening? What's happening?
It's very strange. I don't understand why the comments are
Let me look
saying
at
that
the
I'm going
comments.
positivity gimmick when I've held my team accountable. There've been streams where I've been extremely positive on Arsenal, and today I've actually been very calm and very level headed. I'm extremely tired.
quite
I'm doing
objective,
this as a
to be
favor
fair.
of you, and these guys are going for sensitivity gimmick. No, if I'm not gonna just stick around and be this is stupid. Why would it? It's very
that
stupid.
Curran guy can't handle anything that
It's
isn't
very
positive
stupid.
on
The
Arsenal.
thing is,
Yeah.
I come on because I like
Well-
Kassam. I like you guys. I'm not here for
Agreed.
a very. I came on as a favor for you guys. I like you guys. I like the channel a lot, but I don't understand why we're going into. I mean, we didn't even lose, mate. So I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
Yeah, I
So
don't get it.
That,
Like,
that's
I
the
don't understand.
craziest part. You'd think Arsenal lost today, the way people are talking about
It's
us,
very
bro.
true, and I'm not even
It's
being.
nuts.
Do you hear any emotion in my voice? There's no emotion in my
Can't-
voice.
like,
I
they
think
want
you're,
to-
I,
genuinely,
bro, I'm
I'm
just
not-
meeting you,
but
and I think
it's
you've
very,
got a
it's very
brilliant
strange.
footballing brain.
Very
Very
strange.
level-headed today.
Karen,
Very
don't go because
strange.
I want you to hear the
Nah, don't
answer
go,
to
don't
the
go.
question I
Karen,
want to ask.
look, Karen, listen. There's no pressure. If you want to go, that's your decision.
No. It's you know what.
I would suggest you
For
just.
you guys,
I
because
would
I want to hear.
suggest
I
you
want to
just,
hear. I want to hear other teams. I'm just gonna relax. You guys go off. But it's chat's been very strange today. I don't know.
Yeah,
what-
I can't lie. Listen, the chat need to chill out. Look, just switch it off, Karen, man. Just have the brand.
yeah, I'm
open
just gonna
or-
have the private chat on. You guys enjoy in the comments. We'll
the
check
comments,
in.
the comments are all over the place sometimes. But I can't lie. Karen has been fair this whole time anyway.
So chill.
Yeah.
He's been so chill
Hmm.
today.
Fair this whole time anyway. I
Sam,
can't
can
lie.
I ask Nobbins a question?
Let me just say one thing. The agenda against Arsenal, you guys, is so weak. Like every time, it's just fuck Arsenal. I'm all for fuck Arsenal if they lose. I'll do fuck Arsenal with you. But if they won 2-1. Here's the thing. I just said even if he's making excuses for Rice, I agree. Let him make excuses. It's the guy's first fucking game for the club. So what? Like it's just. You guys sometimes chill, man. Like it's just the fuck Arsenal thing is too strong in your veins. Like
Let's put
Just-
it this way: some of y'all in the comments need to get a fucking life. Like,
you
bro,
win.
and stop trying
They
to go
won,
with the clout comments.
listen, they won 2-1 anyway. So what should he come here and cry when they won 2-1? Like, come on, man.
I
It's
don't
just
understand.
I think-
Why shouldn't he
I
be
don't know,
positive
man.
if he
You
wants
know,
to
you
be
know,
positive?
you know what? Maybe it's me. Maybe it's
Nah,
me.
it's definitely not. It's
I don't
them,
know.
bro.
It's just.
Yeah,
I
the
thought.
comments
I'd
just
see-
ignore it.
very
Let's just
strange.
ignore the chat, man. Ignore
But
the
no,
chat.
Nobbins,
Have the private
sorry.
chat, the chat open. They can hold that.
Just tell them
So
to go
just
screw
quickly,
themselves.
the guys,
Karen, man. Just tell them.
the non-Arsenal fans. I've heard Steve's thoughts. Nobbins, because he always needs the fucking red carpet. Any thoughts on Arsenal?
Can I ask him a question? Nobbins a question particularly about
ask
Arsenal.
him a question?
So like Nobbins, like obviously did you watch the
Yeah.
game by the way?
I did the majority of it, yes.
Okay, so how the game transpired? Do you think do you take anything from Arsenal from that game? Anything negative, or it's just another 3 points? We keep it moving. Like, how do you look at that game for us?
If I'm picking holes in it, we've talked about the goal you concede. I guess if I'm really picking holes in it, I guess all I'd say is the 2 goals you did score were from 2 relatively low probability conversions, if that makes sense. So, for example, it was an unreal bit of skill from Martinelli. That's very low probability. It was an unreal strike from Saka. That's very low probability. So, I mean, I'm picking holes in something that probably shouldn't be picked a hole into. But if I'm forced to do it, then all I would say is you maybe didn't create anything clear cut, but at the end of the day, it doesn't matter because you scored the goals from it, and that's why you have quality players, because quality players are able to do things in low probability moments. But that's not an actual criticism. I'm just trying to find
No, that's a fair
something
point.
to poke a hole at, if that makes sense.
Okay. And Nobbins, just for the season, Arsenal contenders again. It seems even from the first game. What did you make of them? I don't know if you watched the game today, right?
Yeah. I think that I've predicted them to finish second in the league table. Liverpool have let me down in terms of their transfers. I'm sure we'll get onto that. So I just don't think they're going to challenge at all. I think I've talked about it before. I think Klopp's Liverpool have the best chance to challenge Pep City, but he hasn't been given the right tools as of yet. And as of yet, I don't quite fear Arteta's Arsenal. That is subject to change, obviously. But as I say here today, I don't fear Arteta's Arsenal. So I think that they will come second. I think it will be a tighter race up, but I don't think it'll be like last day of the season sort of vibes. I think that
Fair enough.
it'll be wrapped up a couple games prior.
Fair enough. I'm in complete the opposite camp. As things stand, I actually predicted Arsenal to win the whole thing. Yet Kunle want to come at me. What a useless guy. Andrew, your thoughts on the Arsenal before we just move on to Newcastle?
Yeah, I think
Don't believe him, fans. Don't believe him. Sorry.
I think there was
I
the
said
overreaction.
5,000 people, brother. Anyway, go
Come
on.
on, Andrew.
I think it was the overreaction. Like people see a 2-1 scoreline and think it was a close game. It wasn't a close game in my eyes whatsoever. Saka of a world-class goal. My thing for Arsenal would be you can rely on Martinelli and Saka. It's who's in the middle. If Martinelli and Saka are shut down in some game, can Jesus be the one to pop up? Trossard, Kai Havertz if you play him there. Is Odegaard going to be affected by Havertz in the midfield role? That would be my issue. I found it funny that
that last question was interesting.
I found it funny that the first bit we talked about Havertz was his off the ball work. That's 3 years of my conversations right there. But it's all good.
The reason why I mentioned the off the ball work is because Kunle was talking about.
No, we did have a conversation about it.
It has nothing to do with today. That was the main thing. It was another show.
I just had a Vietnam flashback.
Yeah.
But no, but I think they'll be up there. They'll be up there. But the difference is the guy in the middle between City and Arsenal, and the guy in the middle is just a destroyer in Haaland, who will, if City aren't playing well, he can still bag you 2 goals and you still win. Whereas Arsenal, Martinelli and Saka are great. But if something happens where they are not impacting the game, can the guy in the middle step up? Can you rely on Eddie Nketiah to do that? Jesus, his fitness issues. Can he stay fit? And if you play Kai Havertz up there, do you rely on him to actually snatch you a winner or anything?
Forgot about the big man, You forgot about the big man.
Trossard.
Who's the big man?
Good.
Oh, he's quite little actually, but Trossard.
Oh,
for the hat trick at Anfield. Do you remember him? Know that guy?
Yeah. Trossard.
Kunle, I have a problem with you sometimes.
No, but I'm surprised you don't know who he is because he did that 3 times at your ground last season. How do you not know who that is?
Why you flexed other people's achievements? Was he wearing an Arsenal shirt? No.
No, but I don't know why you're asking about who that is when he did it 3 times at your stadium. It's shocking to me. It was last season, Hussam, not like 2 years ago.
We answered the question,
my big king. I'm like, who the fuck is
I never said big king anything. I said the big man, and I went like this.
Big man, sorry.
Should we answer the question, though?
I was just thinking, who's big in the Arsenal team? I thought you meant Saliba.
We have quite a big team now.
I meant this guy, bro.
In terms of size,
That's
we have
all.
But
Wow.
he can't. Here's the thing: you need to go process of elimination. Kunle is
No,
never
but the
going to.
thing is, the question was, what happens when
Saliba or
Martinelli?
Gabriel.
What happens when Martinelli and Saka get shut down? That was the question, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
if they do,
Yeah?
if they do, yeah.
If they get shut down, so
if
we don't have an out and out, I would say, number 9 or goal scorer or goal threat. Same thing happened last season. We still scored 88 goals.
Yeah.
We have multiple goal threats. I think the more sustainable way of looking at it is if someone gets shut down, someone steps up. There's always going to be space out there for someone. And we have multiple chance mechanisms we can use. We're a bit taller now, so we can start using headers. Even our defenders chip in with goals at times. So if you look at Gabriel was one of the highest scoring defenders in the league. So if you look
I think also the other issue would be how Arteta needs to start really looking after Martinelli and Saka at the end of the season and rotation, because
that's a big thing.
That's what he needs to do.
Not just Martinelli and Saka, everyone.
Yeah,
everyone needs to be a little
mainly them.
I highlight those two because he the last couple of seasons he runs Saka in. I mean, Saka plays. I mean, Europa League stuff, and then the group game's not important. He brings him on for like 30 minutes or something like that. Let him have a day off or something like that. That's my only issue
but that's the issue that everyone has with Arteta.
Yeah,
we have the same issue with Arteta. We've said to him,
rotate. Arteta get out of his own way to know where to pick them and know where he doesn't have to pick them. Like, for instance, don't pick Saka in the 3rd and 4th and 5th round of a League Cups. Do you know what I mean? Just let him have the day off and stuff like that.
I personally think that we're focusing on the wrong thing when it comes to Arsenal. For me, I don't think scoring goals was really our big issues. We concede too many, bro. We concede way too many,
especially at home.
It's just wild. Like how are we not keeping clean sheets against Forest at home? That's wild to me. It was a comfortable performance for sure.
Your
but
last
I believe,
two home.
I don't believe the whole Martinelli or whether Jesus and Trossard can score goals and stuff is going to be our issue this season. I just think, can we prevent them from scoring? Because with City's second choice centre-back partnership, I guess, for this season, they kept a clean sheet away from home. We need to be able to do things like that.
To be fair,
okay,
to be fair, right?
Go on,
in a way, London
current,
derbies,
we're going
we actually were quite good away from home in terms of defensive record.
True.
So
at home was wild.
It's more up when we need to fix up. The main thing is
what is that though? That home thing, Karen? What do you think that is?
I told you, man. We tried to do this control gimmick, and it's just getting to the point where I think Arteta just wants to try and shut everything down, and he gets too in his own way about it, and we get too sort of like a bit casual. We try to pop it about a bit too much. And
it's like we're not allowed to score the third goal sometimes. No, the boss will get angry, guys. Keep the ball.
It just feels like at times we just need to keep the ball, like we need to keep the tempo up for a bit longer and just shut out the game before we do control gimmick or the sit back and just play about the pitch. That's the main thing for me. And look, I just think that the main thing in terms of getting the just not just transitions, but just the lapses in concentration, that's going to be the big decider whether we win this league or not. If we can just keep our focus in times, because there's going to be times when you, for example, Bournemouth, we had to keep our focus on for 97, 98 minutes because we needed to chase that game. We need to be able to do that without the game being on the line consistently, and that's what kind of let us down at times. And we need to stop going on
mentality issue or a personnel issue or a systemic issue. What do you think?
It's mentality, bro. For me,
all of them.
Predominantly.
Bro,
but didn't it piss you off after we went 2-1 down? Immediately we created a chance. Immediately, I'm like, are you lot sick?
Yeah.
Why do you need to kick up at the backside to just put teams away? I don't understand, bro.
It's all three. And the main thing for me is, like, for example, the end of last season when it came to like the holding situation, all that stuff. It's not just that, because there were solutions available. You could have played Partey right back like you're doing now. You could have done that. You could have done other things in terms of shifting Jorginho.
That was a good move, by the way, by Arteta. Partey as well. That was
but this is what I'm saying. Why couldn't we have done that against Southampton? Why couldn't we have done that against?
Would never give him credit.
These kind of games. So I just think that there's too much. I think there needs to be too much not enough rotation, too much reliance on different members of the team. So Saka, Martinelli, as mentioned. I think we're going to need the likes of Trossard.
Big up Saka.
Need to have Reece Nelson come in a bit more. We just see obviously Trossard, Emile Smith-Rowe, Fabio Vieira. These guys are going to have to step up in League Cup and FA Cup and some of these games. We're going to need to see these guys. But if you look at our second 11 isn't bad, and it should be deployed in the domestic cup competitions. So if you have Raya coming in, you've got Raya, Kivior, you can have Tomiyasu.
Tierney's gone, I think.
Tierney's
definitely gone.
So
it's a shame.
You can have
Tomiyasu played well as well today. But anyway, listen, I want to move on to Newcastle. Before I do that, I'm going to head
it's much better.
720 people are watching us right now. Please don't forget to hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you're ready to do so. Even with Nobbins being quiet, there's still 720 people here. Make sure you're liking the video. Make sure you're subscribing
I'm just
to the channel
a
if you're ready to
polite
do
young man and don't like to interrupt others. So Sam, you
fair enough. So big up to Liverpool till I die, who says, well, I want to be shameless, but Arsenal are a problem. I agree. They won deceivingly while experimenting. Kai was impressive. Nketiah, Rice looked sharp. Wins every duel. I can lie to you. That's why I said earlier on. Look, sometimes life ain't about winning 5-0. That's not how you win league titles. When we won the league, we were nicknamed 2-1 FC. That's how many 2-1s we had that season. So sometimes results like this are even better when you hold that, because it builds confidence throughout the season. Big up to you, Liverpool till I die. FSG out. Yes, sir. Big up to Manny, who says 200 million. Martinelli is all yours. So I'm listening. In my mind, he's on loan at Arsenal. That's just in my mind. I don't know if what happened in my mind is going to come back in reality, though.
So this is your version of Tom Little's version of the Colwell obsession.
Don't ever disrespect me. Call me Tom.
Cool.
Tom can hold that. If I put my arm around Sam and kiss him on the cheek, he'll become an Arsenal fan. No, you can't. Why, brother? If if Megan Fox did the same thing, I still would be a Liverpool fan. You don't understand, and Karen can vouch because. Funnily enough, I said,
what if Megan Fox
let's
did
not
other stuff?
expose me publicly. Chill out.
No.
Only Karen knows. He can
No, I
vouch
know
what
you-
I'm saying
no.
is the truth right now. Big up to you, so man. Big up to you. Big up to Legendary Villain, who says this is every season. Arsenal fans gassed about players. Second, Martinelli called best winger in the world. No one said that. Wait till the end of the season again, and clips will be made. Havertz will look busy. This is why Legendary Villain. First of all, thank you for the super chat. Second of all, this is typical Man United fan behavior. Third of all, I just want to say here's the thing. That's why I just said 2-1 wins matter more than 5-0 wins, because 2-1 wins teach you more about your team's character. And if they can continue doing this throughout the season, win 2-1, win 3-2, win 1-0, do ugly wins, that's when you know that they're capable of winning the league. So big up to you, Legendary Villain. He says it's not the agenda, it's their fans. No matter what happens, they will regurgitate the same sales pitch every season. Declan Rice is not on Partey's level. But Legendary Villain, with all due respect to a Man United fan, your fans have said way dumber.
I was wondering.
That's it. Sometimes in life, Legendary Villain. We
No.
need to have
No. If it's a United fan, and a United fan told me yesterday on Twitter that Kobe Mino is better than Declan Rice with no shame.
Oh my
So
God.
I'm not hearing. If it's a United, I'm not hearing. I don't want to hear United fan takes for a while. So if you want to talk to me about Declan Rice, Thomas Partey, guess what? We are both of them. So what now?
Yeah.
He
They play
reckons
both
we're
for the
talking
same
about
club.
Kobe in 3 years.
They play for
No.
the same club.
No. He said
I know.
he's better in possession than Declan Rice now. So this was the take. So
Fair enough.
yeah.
That's mad.
That
Fair
guy
enough.
That guy's never heard of
He's
Kobe
developed
Mino
some
until this
self-awareness.
season.
About.
That's right.
Big up to
Guys,
20 Hardway says Rice can't be wasting them tactical yellows against Forest. Save them for the big teams like City, Newcastle, and Brighton. I
No,
can't
no.
lie. If
Sounds
he's
Good
smart,
point.
can I just address
Yeah,
this? Let me just address this because I promise I'm going to give you a satisfactory answer. As someone who had to suffer from Hamza essentially doing tactical fouls for City every week in Fernandinho, here's the thing.
Hold that.
When it comes to that whole thing, it's just about how you commit the foul. I promise you might not believe me, but it's just how. Because
nicely.
Fernandinho was
Right.
such an asshole. and
Nobbins
even
is
Mourinho
here, so we
pointed
know.
this out.
He
No,
knows.
but the thing
Fernandinho
is,
never went
right,
in for a tackle.
three. I
He
will
just
tell you.
shoulder barge the guy or just touch him a little bit, so it would
Little
look
toe,
like a
little toe.
common foul, and he would never
Bruv,
get
just
the foul.
watch Rodri.
I'll tell you that.
Study him.
Yeah.
I'll tell you something though. 3 points against Nottingham Forest equate to the same 3 points against Newcastle, City, or Brighton. Right? If you need, if the game is on the line, it wasn't this time. But if the game is on the line, you commit the foul every time. So, that's the main thing. I don't agree that Rice should have been the one to take it. I think Saka was closer personally.
right.
That was my again. I'm going to say it. I think Ben White was suspect for that goal, and could Declan have got there? Sure. And if he took it, he takes it. But I don't think by saying that he's not the primary villain here that I'm making excuses for him. I think that there's other people that again were in the frame to take that foul. So yeah, that's what I was saying.
Fair enough.
Big up to you, Twinny. Big up to Enigma for the super chat. We're not going to put that up. Big up to Philip who says Villa hype. Newcastle will be a force again. Isaac is on fire. That's what we want to address next. Big up to you, Felipe. He's a Newcastle fan as well from Australia. These guys just came out of nowhere, man. Wave says, I was watching the Arsenal documentary. There was so much partying, dancing, and pranking, but I don't see trophies going through the door. If top four after 4 years is good enough, then bring back Wenger. I don't think, here's the thing. The expectations has been set by Curran, by Kunle, by Arteta, by every single person Arsenal related. They want to challenge, they want to win. So I think it's been well documented and made well clear the targets for the season. So I don't think they're looking at a top four thing. If they were looking at a top four thing, they wouldn't spend as much money because they would have got top four with the same exact squad anyway. So
If
yeah,
you genuinely think that top four is what we're looking for, I'll tell you right now. Go to my Twitter, KaranBAP. Look at my pinned comment.
Cheeky
My
plug.
pinned tweet is literally saying we need to win the league this year. So that is literally what I've said. We need to win it this year. Otherwise, we need some kind of trophy this year. One of the major trophies. So I don't know where you're getting this. This top four is the standard. We want a trophy.
Funnily enough, the lowest expectation I actually got was from troops. and I thought he'd give me the craziest. Troop said if you get second or third and win the FA Cup, do well in the Champions League, he'd be happy. He never even said like win the league or we failed, blah blah blah. Which is
Second
fair.
or third.
I don't like doing
Or
these.
third.
Why expect is because context matters, and I don't know what's going to happen if we get three in. If we have a Liverpool no centre back season, are we really going to say, okay, we should have won the league this year?
Facts.
Yes.
If
One day of backs,
we
man.
go in a normal season, I expect
Nah,
in
I'm trolling,
or
I'm
go
trolling.
or if things go in a normal season, I expect us to be there and I hopefully win the league. That I think is the expectation.
Yeah.
We have to be at the end of
I
the
agree.
year.
I agree. Actually, Wave, you might be I know you're a massive supporter of this channel, but I actually predict Arsenal to win the league as things stand. I said I'm gonna revise it 31st August, but I think Arsenal are the most ready. So yeah, that's this thing. Big up to you though. Thanks so much for the super chat, my brother. Anyway, we're gonna move on to Newcastle. We have to touch on them out of respect. It's not like we're gonna go deep.
No, you have to talk about them. You have to talk
We're,
about them.
Yeah, we still have a lot to talk about. So big up everyone who's watching us right now. Thank you so much for tuning in. We still have 750 people. The viewership keeps increasing, my people. This is thanks to the likes button, thanks to you guys enjoying the show. Big up to all of you. Make sure you're all liking the video. Make sure you're all subscribing to the channel if you're ready to do so. Every single person watching us right now, hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you're ready to do so. Right now, hit that like button. Right now, subscribe to the channel. Big up to Joe, which I promise we're going to read your super chats at the Chelsea section. Big up to IB7, AJ, McManus, Wave, Villain, LFC Till I Die, Manny, Soa, Twinny, Enigma, and Felipe for the super chats. Big up to you guys. All like and subscribe. Now, Steve, my one. Talk to the people, brother. What are you saying on Newcastle?
I just love watching us play. I mean, at home we thrashed them around. The first 25 minutes of the game was mad, absolutely frantic. The Mings injury, I hope he's all good. That didn't look good, man. That did slow it down a little bit up until about halftime. But yeah, that opening 25 minutes was absolutely mental. I mean, Tonali on his debut, great cross, absolutely great, wonderful cross. Anthony Gordon, I thought he was really good for us today off the left. Him and Joelinton were combining for those, you know, the through balls and stuff. So I thought Tonali did exceptional on his debut. I give him like probably an 8 out of 10 or something like that. Bro, it was wow.
You looked happy to be there.
Wow. Yeah, he did. Yeah. And then Newcastle. I don't know if you saw the tweet. Newcastle.
Yeah, I saw the tweet.
Twitter,
That's why I mentioned
bro,
it.
don't even want to be here. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Quick question. Do you guys think you're the third best team in the league?
I have us finishing second, and I did my predictions
Good.
2 weeks ago. I don't want to
No,
finish second
no,
because
no,
if
no,
we're
no.
one off, we're so damn close. I just feel like we could do some crazy.
If I was in
Up
your
this year.
situation,
crazy,
if I was
bro.
in your
I respect
situation,
it,
I
man.
would predict. I would
Let me
say
not
the
say what I
exact
think
same
Newcastle
thing.
are going to finish. Let me not say.
You could say whatever, Hussam. It's your
I'll
opinion.
say this though. It is Unai Emery,
No.
and me and Kunle can
Yeah.
attest to this. When it comes to defensive work, this guy concedes a lot of shots, and we've conceded a lot of, crazy scores against us with him. 5-2, 6-0, all these kinds of things. 5-1s, 4-2 wins.
What are you
You
talking
know what I
about?
mean? Like Emery, us under Emery.
Oh, okay.
Unai
Yeah,
Emery.
So
Are you telling him to put the handbrake on after this
No, I'm
win
not
or
saying
what?
to put the handbrake on. I'm just saying I was talking to one of my good friends on Twitter is a Newcastle fan. I said to him, "Look, title challenge is about consistency. If you're here, 10 games, 15 games in, let's start talking about it. You know what I mean? Let's start talking. Can we win the title? That's the way what we have to do here.
I
But
Steve,
apologize to
what-
Legendary Villain for using
let's-
this number, but I have Newcastle finishing 7th.
All right. That'd be happy,
I have them
Steve.
finishing. I have them finishing third.
It's entirely possible.
I have them finishing
Genuinely, Steve. No BS, bro.
Yeah.
You genuinely believe, adding Champions League football, Newcastle can finish second this season.
Yeah, because I think midfield depth, we're looking pretty good. We finally have a player in Sandro Tonali that if Bruno is injured, suspended, or just needs some rest, he can do what Bruno does. It's a bit different, but profile-wise, what he does well, I mean,
I wish he got a
the
six.
cool thing. What?
Do you not wish you got a proper, like, even like if it was like Romeo, like a proper 6? You know what I mean? You have a lot of
Palhinha,
like
someone like
Palhinha,
that.
like someone like a
Tyler
proper 6,
Adams.
like a sitter.
No, because I
Like-
actually think Tonali and Bruno can do that. I think
I
Tonali and Bruno,
agree,
especially with the
I
way
agree.
we play.
But the one thing I would say is I feel like, well, this is just my personal opinion.
Yeah, go
Like,
for it.
For both Tonali and Bruno Guimaraes,
Yeah.
they're better higher up the pitch. Not like
Oh, yeah,
I,
yeah.
disagree.
they're-
I
they're-
don't know
they're
about
higher up
Tonali, you know,
comparatively.
because as at Milan, he was very much he didn't dictate the play like he was doing today for Newcastle.
That was
I don't know what-
different because he had a Frank
Yeah.
Kessie next to him or an Ismail Benacer
Yeah.
or a Krunic in the worst
Yeah.
case scenario.
Yeah.
God.
Yeah.
No,
I mean,
but
this is
I
the-
thought. Oh, sorry. I was just gonna say real quick. I thought Tonali, compared to when he was at AC Milan, bro, he had a free roll today.
Yeah,
he
yeah.
was looking to go forward. And I think that
I've
Bruno,
never seen that part of his
yeah.
game enough.
right?
But the
And
thing
and
is-
yeah, go on. Yeah.
The thing is, what I was going to say is,
No
I
one
think
hates Arsenal
this
fans
is
more
not-
than Arsenal fans. That's
yes,
what you were gonna say.
exactly. This is the main thing.
Wow. Wow.
I mean, that's your opinion. I don't mind. I don't agree.
Different
but-
players.
They're completely different players.
La, la, la.
This is what this goes
Thank
back
you,
to the beginning of this is the beginning of the show where I was saying you can't really do the best midfielder in the league. How are you going to compare Tonali to Rice or Bruno Fernandes to Bruno Guimaraes? The two completely different.
No,
duos.
I can, and I would say Bruno Guimaraes is clear, and Fernandes can hold that.
But the thing is, they do two completely different things. Like, okay, fair. Okay, fine. I didn't get it.
If any player this season punches Bruno Fernandes, I'm buying his fucking shirt. I'm buying
Yeah.
his shirt. Punch
but-
Bruno challenge, please. That's
This
all I
is,
want.
but the
Steve,
main
when did Newcastle win a league title? Because it's inevitable. So when do they win?
We haven't won a trophy in 50 years, so I
No, but
don't
it's
know.
going to happen sooner or later, isn't it? Like,
Will
it's just a
it?
matter of time. Yeah,
Yes.
definitely.
Nothing in life's a
Cheeky boy,
guarantee,
David.
though, bro.
David is
I'm
so
really.
Nothing's a
I'm
guarantee.
really-
It's only a matter of time with the ambition of the owners and the
Right.
financial might of the owners. Surely,
I thought we were gonna beat Man United in the Carabao Cup, and after that, I'm like, I ain't never predicting us to win a trophy. I'm always.
okay.
You have to be brave. Okay, in 2021, I
Yeah.
said we'd win the league in 2024. Right, this is
Yeah.
where you have to put your neck on the line. How long do you think it's going to take?
Wait, say that again. Sorry.
Well, he thinks they're
Sometimes
finishing
you-
second this year, so we can't be that
No, and
far
the
off,
thing is-
Steve.
Bro, if we were in their position, would we not say the same thing?
No.
Yes.
Really?
Because of financial
If I was in
restraints,
your position, if
and
I
because
was
they're
if I was
looking
a
at Newcastle
Newcastle fan,
differently,
I
think
would
it takes
back
time,
us.
Sam.
It does
They
take
cannot
time.
do the city.
They
cannot
can't do the thing. But the thing is, if I was them, I would back it. I think with the way Eddie Howe set them up,
That thing is
they
Newcastle
are
actually.
they're going to be very, very physical, and a lot of teams are not going to be able to handle it, especially it's a new
Anthony
start.
Gordon, man, nuisance. Absolute
genuinely,
nuisance to
One
play
of
against.
the games I'm looking forward to most is next week versus City. I think that's going to be an amazing
Yeah.
game.
I think we'll lose, but we'll be competitive. To
I
the very end.
don't even want to predict it. I just want to see what happens. I want
Yeah,
to
I
see
mean,
how, how
yeah.
that big, like, it has that big six vibe. It has that kind of
course.
like a proper top four battle. So
Yeah.
like, I just think that I want to see. I'm curious about this Eddie Howe team. That's where this is the thing. I think I said you're going to finish third. I think that's where I think you guys will finish. I think you have a stable team, and that they will go up another level. I just wish you got a 6. If you got a 6, I don't even know, man.
Do you
But
think
the-
because for me, okay, we have Bruno Guimaraes. Our first choice midfield is very clearly Bruno Guimaraes, Tonali, Joe Ellington.
You don't think
What
Willock?
number 6? Huh?
No, Willock?
Well, then you could put Joe
He's injured
Ellington
right now, though.
left wing because Joe Ellington plays
Yeah,
left
that's
wing.
that's why I was
bunch.
thinking.
But then that means you would have to sit a Barnes. That means you would have to,
Yeah.
but that's a good problem to
That's a
have because
good
I know
thing, that's the
Wilson's
thing.
on the bench. Our bench was looking all right, especially from what I'm used to. Keep in mind, right?
I think the two
Current though, I
positions-
don't think necessarily with the way Eddie Howe plays their system, they need that 6 that you're particularly looking
'Cause
for.
Bruno
I
sits.
believe, yeah,
Yeah,
Bruno
Bruno
and
sits, but the thing
Tonali
is-
can do both roles,
But
and
the
they can
thing
do
is-
it very, very well.
The thing is, man, they're gonna be games when they need to dictate play. They're not gonna be constantly just at teams. They're gonna need to, like we tried to do today. You have to try and sit in, because there will be games when it's 2-2 in the 85th minute and you're trying to get that winner, and you have to be able to control the play.
I think you're
You don't
giving
have
far
a
too much
play.
respect to Newcastle.
I
don't
really
think
don't
so,
think I am.
What?
I do not.
Oh.
think I am.
But no,
All right,
but what? No,
give
but
me.
one of the
I'll
best
give you the
piece of
logic for me.
businesses.
Go on.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Conley,
One of
first.
the best piece of business that you lot did in the summer was swapping Saint Maximin for Harvey Barnes, man.
Yeah. Agreed.
I as much as Saint Maximin is good with the stepovers and all that
He's
stuff,
so
and
much
raising the
fun to
bums.
watch when he
Yeah,
is.
great to watch, but he's just
But
his
it happens
end product
2
is just
games.
nearly no existent, bro. And
It
Harvey
happens
Barnes has
2
got
games out of 38.
yeah, Harvey Barnes can finish both feet. He's matured now. He's got a bit of a chip on his shoulder after being relegated last season. I think it's definitely an upgrade for me. Even though
Scored
most
today.
exactly, man. Confidence going to be sky high.
And assisted.
With that being said, I still think that you'll finish sixth, but that's only because you're adding European football to the game. I believe follow it next summer. You'll do something crazy in terms of, I don't know, the player you'll sign, but I think you're going to do a crazy one that everyone's going to be like, what, yeah? He's going Newcastle. All right. This thing is serious. So I think next year.
We are. No. I think we are serious. I think we
no,
are.
but no, I get you are, but as in, you
No,
need
I think that was
Ottoman?
Isak personally, and
I don't know. It's not got the same Yaya Toure effect, bro. They need something like that, bro.
no, but the thing is, you
Isak's
can't.
not that got that
no,
effect.
no two parts are the same.
Whoa.
I don't think you can compare them to City. City were in a
Wait,
completely
were you going to question me not comparing him to Toure there, Steve? Or what,
No.
what's going on?
What'd you say about Isak? Sorry, you're not convinced, or what was
No. He's not the Yaya Toure s like, oh, Isak's going there. Let's go and join him. It's not that kind of vibe.
Well, I don't
But
know.
But
He's gonna
but he
score
is a
hell
baller.
of a lot of goals.
He is a baller.
The thing for me is, I don't think you can compare the Yaya Toure. I don't think it's a valid comparison because they don't have the same FFP constraints that they do have now. I don't think that's not.
But I think that's a deliberate tactic as well.
Yeah, of course, this is a deliberate tactic.
It's a deliberate.
I
don't think they want to do. I don't think they want to.
No.
But at the moment, they don't. Well, due to FFP as well, but due to I think they want to make the stars even. Instead of like buying money at the moment. Eventually, they will get around to that.
They're smart.
But don't you think next season that's probably the season where they go big on someone like someone that? Well, I don't know. But summer will come and we'll see. Bro, come next summer, there might be some other players that we're talking about, but I think that's the summer they do it.
They don't have to spend big next season. Like
Why
these
would-
owners aren't going anywhere. Like it might be 10 years until they win the title, but believe you me, they will be winning a Premier League title sooner rather than later. It's just a matter of time.
I think that's like when my son would be around. Like I don't.
No.
think
I think late 2020.
Hang on. What is
26,
what is
27,
your thing
28.
with Newcastle, man? I don't get. What is your thing with Newcastle?
There is no thing with Newcastle. You need to
It's
understand.
weird.
You can't go to City. Okay, let me explain to you. Your club, and nobody's club, because there was no rules in spending money. When Abramovich first bought you guys, and when the Sheikh first bought Man City, you spend a whole lot of money at the start to try catch up to the quality of the other teams, to try at least get close to it. Now, in Abramovich's case, it worked real quick because you won the league directly with the Mourinho situation. With City, it took them a couple of years. Now, FFP and UEFA are probably looking with a side eye at Newcastle anyway. So they're going like, oh my God, let me check every single thing and let me check if everything's happening correctly at this football club. And this season, the reason why I'm not going that far this season is they are in pot 4 of the Champions League.
No,
which means
no. It's not decided. Sorry to cut you off. It's undecided if it's 3 or 4. It depends who comes to the UEFA Champions League qualifying round. It's currently in the 3rd phase of it, and the playoff round is next.
I hear you, and that's the logical thing to say. But
It could be 3 or 4.
It's gonna be 4. So because they're gonna end up in pot 4,
no. It's not decided.
It
depends on the coefficient. Our coefficient.
Even if you end up in pot 3, it's the same thing.
Husam's
you're gonna end up with 2
just going to
difficult
be
teams.
safe.
One from the first pot, one from the second pot, which gives you 4 extremely difficult games. Newcastle squad is not a Champions League squad. It is not, regardless of how much we convince ourselves. They've the only Champions League quality player / caliber player / player who even has experience in that competition is Tonali, and I think Isak has.
Botman as well at Lille.
Isak and I think Botman. Those it's just 2 or 3 guys. So they're gonna have to develop
Trippier.
becoming a.
Atletico Madrid.
Well, to be
You
to be-
see,
to be fair, like, I'll
You're
say
gonna have
one
to
thing.
develop that experience
When
first.
you
But I
when you
think
say
we're
when you
going.
say that,
Everyone's going over the top with Newcastle, like as
I
if
don't-
they're there yet. They still need
I
a lot
don't
of
think
time.
they're there.
No, I
don't
said
think
10
they're
years.
gonna be-
For me, I
No, I
define
agree with
there
you,
yet
Robert.
as
That's why I
trophy
said my
winners.
kid.
By the way, I said I don't want to be second because I'm going to be like, God damn, I'm only one spot off champion, and I
The thing
already
is- the
said
thing
I
is,
think City will win the league by 12.
I'll say one thing though. If there was any one of us, if Liverpool, Arsenal, City, well, City were there at one point, Chelsea were there at one point. If you thought that if you had this Newcastle squad, I think with the story you've had, with the way things have occurred, why I don't begrudge him dreaming. I don't like from.
Oh yeah,
from
I've got
that
optimism, man.
that
But I'm
actually-
trying to
that
be
actually-
chill a little
Yeah,
bit.
obviously be chill.
Bro, you said you're
but I'm
finishing
saying-
second, and you're saying you're trying to be chill.
But then I directly said I don't want to be second.
No,
because
but whether
I'm
you
gonna
want to
look
is
at
not
it
the
and be like,
point.
fuck.
You still
So
said you're
do you-
finishing second, bro.
where do you guys think
I
they'll
get
finish?
it.
Because I do think they'll
I
finish.
have them down 7th. No,
I
fifth.
know.
Okay. But then Hussam, if you say we win an FA Cup, I would take that over second all day, every day, no questions asked. All day.
Listen,
Robins?
you
I've
could
got
do the
them
Man
at 7th
United.
as well.
You could do the Man United and you could draw like Charlton and shit. You never know, and you can
Yeah.
end up winning a trophy. The draws matter, and this is why early on when Curran
course.
said about Arsenal, context matters. Of course it does, because if Curran went out of the quarter final against Benfica, he'd be upset. But if he went out the round of 16 against Real Madrid, he wouldn't be upset. So all these things matter. But anyway, listen, I want to wrap up Newcastle talk here because we're an hour 20 minutes into this thing. So I really do want to talk about Caicedo, Liverpool and Chelsea just quickly. We can't even go that deep into
We
it.
don't mind
but
Silver Server taking over the show now.
But big
We
up
don't mind.
to. Okay, can
Don't
I segue the segment in peace, please?
Can you get a midfielder? There's lots of different things.
Segue for the love of Allah. Can I just segue?
I run with a shot. man.
Outrageous.
So, they're already taking shots, man. I hate this show already. So big up to everyone who's watching us. There's still 700 people watching us even at this time. Big up to you guys. Make sure you're all slapping the like button. Make sure you're all subscribe to the channel if you're ready to do so. Every single person watching us right now, please like, subscribe. Big up to Joe, IB7, AJ McManus, Wave, Villain, LFC, Till I Die, Manny, Soa, Twinny, Enigma, Felipe, Pacman, and Carl for the super chats. Big up to you guys. Big up to Wave, who says Newcastle winning the league in four. You know, Wave, I want to know, as a Madrid/Barca fan, you got so much vim for us. I just want an explanation from you. Next comment, Wave, but I don't think Newcastle wins before
It's
us.
okay.
You're going over
He's
the top.
still people don't like us. It's fine.
Coming up on 100 years since we've won a league, by the way, which is in, I believe, 2
Yeah,
seasons.
it's gonna take time, man. It's gonna take time. Pac-Man says Gunners on their high horse after coming second once. Fair enough, Pac-Man. Carl says we literally beat Liverpool to get Champions League football before being bought by Roman, so it wasn't as big as a jump as Newcastle City. See my problem with you guys, Carl, is anytime you mention someone's club, they always take it personally. We just gave 2 examples of clubs who were small before the takeover and then became big. 2 clubs that approached it differently and got different outcomes. City needed
it's
5
not
years
even
to
just
get to
that.
that level.
It's
Chelsea
not
got
even
that level
it's not even just
instantly because
that,
they made
though.
better decisions. All I'm
Yeah.
saying is because there is an eye on Newcastle right now, because of the whole FFP shit, they are not going to be allowed. Look at it this way, right? Let's just use a quick example. If this was 15 years ago and there was no FFP in place, Newcastle could have spent 400 million this summer and no one would have said shit to them. But now they can't do that. Categorically can't do that. That's
We've
the difference.
recruited really well, though. Which one of you guys at any of your clubs would not have bought Bruno Guimaraes for 35?
Steve, that's
Ben
not the
Butland
point.
for 32.
Steve, that's not the point.
We refuse
I'm
to.
pointing to this guy because he's making about the finances. If you could spend any money you wanted, you would have spent 400 million and gotten even higher quality players. You'd have gotten 5-6 Sandro Tonali level players. That's the difference. So that's what I'm saying. I'm not talking about the.
You're talking volume.
You can't.
Yeah,
you can't the thing is,
that's
the
my-
main,
thank you. That's the thing. So I'm talking about.
I think
talking
the
about-
other thing is
about-
about this whole Newcastle City, Chelsea, whatever you want to talk about. It's nothing to do with the clubs themselves because we live in 2 different times, 3 different times. Chelsea is not the same time as City. City is not the same time as Newcastle. You can't compare them. So the main thing that we were talking about was because these other clubs have experience in that time, in that process. How would you feel in comparison to what they would feel now, what Newcastle are feeling now. That's the thing. It's
Yes.
nothing to do with the actual processes themselves. Just asking how people would feel because they've been in that situation themselves, even though they
Yeah,
aren't
so
comparable at all.
if all hell broke loose and everything was allowed, and this was like 15 years ago, these guys would drop 300 M's and improve their squad 10 by 10-fold. So that's my thing, man. Big up to you. Big up to Wave. Says Chelsea winning. They're playing so good. Chelsea winning what?
Playing so good where?
No, Chelsea ain't winning and they don't play so good. We're going to talk about tomorrow's game. Big up to Joe. We can finally put up your super chat up on the screen. Where is FFP's investigation, as Chelsea was already charged by breaking these rules? Number one, and number two, why the hell has FSG taken so long to back Klopp? And number three, Klopp need to put his foot down before this. I agree with every single number you just said. And your other one is about FFP, and that's the thing I want to have a mini rant about before we just get to the Chelsea-Liverpool thing. 10 million fine for breaking rules. Have already broken the rules. When do they get fined before points are deducted? Top Reds F off for FSG support. Who controls the money, Klopp or FSG? FSG, though, Klopp doesn't decide his budget. As soon as he had the opportunity to go for Caicedo, he went in for him. This actually proves the FSG thing even more. But let me just say this, right? This whole FFP thing, based on this last season, has come up to just become an absolute myth. Let's just all be honest here. Let's just be for real. FFP is not a real thing if these guys are spending this much money, and we're all acting like it's okay. It ain't okay.
How do
it's
we
not-
know? We're not accountants, Hussam. We don't know the deeper details of all this shit.
Nah, this sounds
Why
like
are
someone
we
that's just
trying to-
got
why
new
are we
money. I
trying to-
get it.
What,
They have admitted
what-
to it, though, to be fair.
Great.
Like-
Great. But like,
Bro,
who?
hey, Steve, I know
don't
you just
why
got money,
people-
and you sound like someone that just got money. We're not
No,
accountants
I was
now.
with,
All
no,
of a
no,
sudden,
no. I
man's
held
not
these
accountants
opinions
now.
before the takeover. I
But
held
here's
these opinions before the takeover.
Here's the thing.
I like
here's the
watching
thing.
football.
Let the Chelsea fan discuss
the
it.
thing.
And of course, it's the same buzzword that you guys learned in the last year. Amortization. It's not the fucking point. You spent 800 million.
Okay.
Go on.
So the thing Nobin's actually brought up. Do you think these guys are fools or something? They don't take FFP into account. They literally dobbed themselves in of inaccuracies under the old ownership. Do you really think they're that stupid that they would blow up with FFP? We cleared FFP. We were told to raise whatever funds we were for like July the 1st, and it was done. It was cleared. It's a 3-year thing as well that you get charged and stuff like that.
You
Stop
can
being
have over 3 years, 105 million in losses or something like that.
Stop being butthurt. Stop projecting onto us that your club isn't spending money. Just stop being butthurt about it. Go at your own owners.
It's not about
and
being
ask-
butthurt, man.
I'm just talking generally. I'm not talking. Listen, stop being so
Andrew?
sensitive. I'm not talking
Does
about
FFP
you.
exist at this point? Be honest.
What? Be what?
If FFP doesn't stop Chelsea, what's the point of it? Be real.
There's no point of FFP. There shouldn't be FFP. Why
So it's
is
just
there-
BS.
But there
Well,
is an
that's my point.
FFP. FFP
But-
don't do nothing, but
But
give
FFP
is
people
just
slaps
BS,
on the
that's
wrist,
what I'm
bro.
saying.
That's it.
I don't know how
Why?
people are. Even the Chelsea fans agree with me. Yesterday I was in a space. All of them were like, "FFP ain't real, bro. Stop
No, of
banking
course
on it."
it's not
And I
real.
It's
know
not
it's
real.
not.
Look, okay, look.
It's
If it
real.
was,
It
City
just
would have
doesn't
got
have
kicked
any
out of the
teeth.
Champions League. It's not.
Can we?
It just
can we-
doesn't
can-
have any teeth.
can we just
It
take a-
doesn't
take a breath?
enforce it. That's why I don't care, honestly, bro.
Look,
I
serious,
don't.
look. If you look at what Chelsea have been, they've done their thing. Okay, they beat us to Mudryk. They look like they're going to beat you guys to Caicedo. Fair play to them. Look, they're going to get their they're going to get their players. All I know is that there isn't there at some point it will stop. It will.
Yeah.
It just will.
Yes, it
And
will.
of course it will.
But
I
why?
don't know if
Why would
it'll
it
be-
stop? Karen?
Why will it stop? Because there's no way you can keep
That's the
spending at
question I want
this
to know.
level.
Why?
At this level of spending, it's not even being on a butthurt thing. I'm just saying there's no way you can keep spending 300 million
I'm
plus
butthurt.
every.
Why would
You're
why?
butthurt. I'm not. I'm just saying there's no way you can spend
you
over
spend
300
money?
million.
Where my money?
That's what it
There's
is.
no-
That's
there's
what it is.
there's just no way.
Everyone-
It's not
everyone-
possible. We
everyone-
No, but
we
honestly,
spent-
there comes a point in
we
time in which you
spent-
just have
we
to question when is
spent-
this going to stop, though.
we spent
Okay.
200 million this summer, and everyone started crying. Where's
Yeah.
FFP?
Thank you.
Look,
Hmm.
everyone gets salty about it. Everyone has tears about it. And look, do you not think we were the same when Mudryk happened? When Mudryk happened, we were the same. We were upset. We thought, what's happening?
Hey,
How
speak
are
for
they
yourself,
affording
bro.
this?
Speak for yourself.
So
We We had it happen to
Arsenal
us.
fans. Okay,
We had it.
Bro,
happen
I
to
never
us.
wanted that guy, bro. I never heard of him before.
No, I did want that guy, but not for that amount of money.
But
not
the,
for,
but the
not
thing
for
is,
one
we
of
had
the-
it.
we
We,
got-
Joe and Andrew, before you respond, because this
Yeah.
guy, Mad Hatter, I wish I could just send you like a virtual fucking high five, because that's what I mean. Once again, you're missing the point. It's not about FFP. It's the fact that FFP doesn't work. How you
It's
spend
about-
money? That's not-
Really,
Thank you. I love
That's-
you. This super chat is the fucking point. How are you spending this?
Can we just keep stalling until the
Guys,
bid
guys,
goes in?
Karen,
We
please.
just stay here.
You know
we-
the problem. You know the problem. In the last 6 months, Caicedo, Modric, Enzo, those three
Let's just
fucking
stay on
alone,
stream till the-
350
till the-
M's. Are you mad? Where is this FFP shit? It doesn't exist.
It doesn't
Why?
exist.
Why? So can I ask you a question? Why do you care?
Because
gonna
why is
finish
it? No,
above
no, no,
them.
no. But
You're
why
gonna
is it in
finish
place?
above them.
That's why. If it doesn't exist,
Are you
that's what
going
we're
to finish
saying.
above them? Are both of you going to finish above Chelsea? Are you pretty confident about that?
Hey, Chelsea are not my
I-
problem.
I-
Answer. Give me an
No,
answer.
I'm going to answer the question.
100%.
The reason why I care is
100%.
because we
So
are
you
in the
didn't
same
answer.
I'm about to answer. The reason why I care is because we're in the same fucking competition, Steve. Number two, of course we're gonna finish above them. Number three, we're gonna dunk their head top tomorrow, 5-0. Come watch the bloodbath. We're gonna fuck them up at Stamford
Alright.
Bridge.
I
So
hope
then why
so.
does it matter
I
if
will-
they
I
spent
hope
$1
so,
billion in the
but I
past
don't
2
know.
seasons? Why does it
Because
matter
if I
if they're
got
going to dunk
Caicedo,
on their
I wouldn't-
head and finish
Because
above
if I got
them?
Caicedo, I'd
They
won the
haven't even
fucking
spent their
league,
money
Steve. If I got
correctly.
Caicedo, I'd have been league champion. That's why it fucking matters.
I'll be
If I got
so
No, but
Caicedo,
Steve, to
I'd
be
have been
fair,
league
I'll be so
to be
real.
fair-
I'll be so real. If they got Caicedo, they're trouble. Okay, they are trouble.
Yes.
for
Liverpool.
everyone.
yes.
Thank
They
you.
are.
Sure.
Yes, with the
I would
defense
much
that is
rather-
declining.
Sensational that they didn't
rather
get.
Caicedo go Chelsea. than
With the
Jordan.
Facts. Because
With
Chelsea
the
are finishing
declining
sixth.
defense of Liverpool, they are a threat in
Hey,
what
6 an
sense?
improvement.
They
from
can
last
score goals for fun, and the midfield's great. And Allison is
I'm
terrific.
fine.
That four, at the
800
top
million
bar
spent to finish
I
sixth.
will say,
Well, that-
I will say
it-
this. The main thing I would say is FSG out. Genuinely, if you are going to
What?
put in 100
FSG all the way in? Are you mad?
Yeah, FSG in.
if you are going to put in £110 million bid for a player, you better bloody make sure that player wanted to come. You better bloody do it. There is just no other. Offer the wages if it's the wages. Offer whatever. If you're going to bid 110 million, do not just bid 110 million. You know, just for sake of it.
But
just so
that's
you
the
can
usual
feature.
process. You're supposed to agree personal terms. Or
AFC James, that's my guy, man. AFC James. If you know the tweet, you know the tweet.
Big
Clubs
up James.
agree
He
per.
follows me as well. So
Do you
that
remember?
James,
Do you
man.
remember? Do you remember? You know the tweet I'm talking about, Hassam?
What is it?
I know the one you mean. Yeah,
Yeah.
You always agree personal terms first, yeah? I
Yeah,
know
that's
that's
something we've done
in
really
standard-
well
in
this
a standard-
window.
In standard
Is it?
United fan territory, they say, "Oh, everyone does that. Everyone agrees personal terms." And then what happened? That Japanese goalkeeper said, "No, I'm that's not,
Yeah,
I don't-
Suzuki. Yeah.
I don't want to come." So it's just funny, man. I just think that you can't have the goal to put an £110 million bid and then say have the player not come. It's the same with us with Modric. How are we bidding that amount of money and the player goes, okay, well, we want a testimonial. The team want a testimonial at Stamford Bridge. They want to donate to you the war front, and that's how they get him. Like, what are we doing here? Like, how is that the way they got him? And fair play to them. They got the guy and they had the testimonial. Fair play to them. They did their thing. So, and that's not even a bad thing. They knew what Shakhtar wanted and they agreed to the terms, and that's fair enough. But
I just think
it's just like you can't have bids go in without understanding if the player wants to come or not. It's that simple.
right. That's the whole thing.
That's the
whole
point I
thing.
was trying to make.
That's the whole thing, Hussam. That's the whole thing, Hussam.
Can I ask you a quick question? Would you rather we get a UFC John W. Henry versus Todd Bowley, or you watch the football game tomorrow? Be honest.
Oh,
Definitely the fight.
it's the boardroom.
UFC,
It's the
yeah,
boardroom.
okay,
Yeah, it's the
okay.
boardroom match.
I'll be
Definitely.
real. I cannot wait
Stadium
for tomorrow.
Stampede match.
Do you know
I'd
how
have that
glad I am we
then.
played today?
By the way, red cards not
Mate,
happening.
and we won as well, Karen. That's even
Yes.
makes it better.
Red
man.
cards not happening tomorrow. Telling you right
Yeah.
now.
That's definitely happening. I want to see the handshake between Poch and Klopp. That's what I want to see.
This
But,
is the Tuchel Conte moment from last season.
That's
Yes.
right.
It could be.
Like,
I
genuinely.
No,
need
but-
the biggest fucking. I've never wanted to. That's a lie because I hate Man United more than hate itself. Like that club, I can't say.
Can
Other
we
than
just
Man
have-
United, I've never wanted to win a game more. My whole
can we
life. I just
reignite Arsenal? Can we reignite it, please? Can we have it?
Live
Can we have
on,
it?
I've already
Curran,
You hate us for some reason. I don't know
Curran,
why.
I have no issues with
I
Liverpool.
don't
My
hate.
dad's a
I've already
Liverpool fan.
No, your fan base.
Stop,
do. Your
stop,
fan,
Sam,
your fan
stop
base
this thing that you're doing, bro.
Your fan base are
This
getting
stuff
very,
is
have gotten
crazy.
very. I don't know what it
Kunle,
is.
if I little bro you, it's because I'm big bro. It's not out of
No,
disrespect.
I'm not even talking about the
And
little bro
also,
thing.
you know
What?
what I've always referred to Arsenal as? I've always referred to Arsenal as my red cousin from London. Because here's the thing, you want to hear the reality? People say, why don't
I've not heard
Liverpool
that
Arsenal
one.
fans hate each other? Let me
I
just say
actually
one.
haven't
Let me
either.
just say, let me just say one thing. People always say, like, why don't you hate each other? The reality is, when we've been good, Arsenal have been shit, and when we've been shit, Arsenal have been good. And we actually don't have any rivalry whatsoever. My whole
Literally.
lifetime.
And
And
we
also-
produce the
and
most
also-
entertaining games.
Let me just say one quick thing. The enemy of my enemy is my friend. Arsenal dropped 3 league titles on Ferguson's head top, and he can hold that. Fucking whiskey nose, hold that. I never call him sir, ever. So they dropped it on his head top. And we stopped Tottenham from winning a Champions League final, and we stopped City from going invincible. So why the fuck would we hate each other? Based on what? Like,
Can
Literally.
give me a reason to hate Arsenal, and I would.
I'm just saying
There's
this.
no
I'm just saying this. We were
Some of our fans, to be
we
fair.
were one John Stones clearance away from
You got it?
Invincible Centurions. We were one John Stones clearance away from
Hold
that. That is.
Hold.
You could have had it all, man. It was that close. One.
But I think the most. I think actually, Caicedo's not even the
Invincible
most
ain't easy, Curran. You know what I mean? It's not for everyone.
Caicedo's not even the most interesting part for me. It's the Lavia
Love
one.
you.
Wait, what's going on with that? Please talk.
Because it's
Tell me more about
it's
that.
Leave
What's
me
going on
alone.
with that one?
Hang on,
Don't speak
hang on.
in this segment.
It's
please.
almost as if Caicedo is business, but Lavia is personal. Do you know what I mean? Lavia's like, okay, do you know what? We're not just putting you in the mud. We are putting you in the shitter. That's what we're doing. We take
We
Lavia
did
as well.
that's what we did to you, essentially.
Well, exactly. And do you know
So
what?
now it's basically
So
pay
wait,
60 for
are you-
Lavia or
Can
up.
a caveat this, Sam, and I don't know if
gonna
you
say.
agree. This deal for both clubs doesn't make both clubs look good, by the way. It makes them look bad in negotiation and stuff like that.
Very
We don't come
incompetent.
out. I'm glad we signed the player, but we don't come out smelling of roses of this as well.
The
We
real
go
winner
through
is
mud.
Brighton, brother.
Do you want to know what?
Facts.
Yeah,
Do you know what the funniest thing would be?
They bought him for
The
4
funny-
million. Let me just
the
quickly
fun-
do
if Brighton signed
125
Lavia.
just out of
Yes, that would be.
the
They
funniest
have
thing
made
there is
30 times the profit.
Yeah.
30x the number they
Yeah.
bought him for.
Yeah.
Are you mad?
the funniest thing would be if Liverpool end up with Gallagher and Adams. That would be
Oh
No,
my
that's-
days, that would be
that
sensational.
would be a
bro.
violation. Absolute
Sensational.
No, that is
violation.
not going to
Hey,
happen.
you Sam would have to go off YouTube, bro. He can't come
Listen,
back.
we
on
want-
Hang
YouTube.
on, so wait a minute.
What?
Hang on a minute. We buy Caicedo.
First of all, don't
and they
expect
ma-
my
hang
legacy
on.
like that,
hang
Kunle.
on,
You
hang
know
on,
I don't
Sam.
hide. Man said
Sam.
going to go
Hey,
off YouTube.
Aye,
Brother,
bro,
I
if you
would
end up
be-
with
Kunle,
Adams and Gallagher, bro, and they got
Let me
Lavia and
explain
Caicedo.
Let me explain something to you, fraud. I was here after Wolves beat us 3-0. Craig Dawson scored a goal against us, and we were humiliated. I was here when Joe Gomez twerked for Mitoma. I was here when we got ruined by Madrid 5-2. I was here, brother. I was here when I said
Yeah.
Arsenal and United
I
are
think you don't
guaranteed
even deep it.
points,
I
and
think you
we
guys don't
lost the
even.
first 2 games. I
You
was
guys
here.
don't even. You guys don't
Inshallah,
even deep it
I'll
even
never
more. If we get Caicedo, Lavia, we're making them pay money for us to get Gallagher. That would be so. Basically, we would stop all over.
That
you,
would be
and you'd pay
sensational
us-
stuff. I
you'd
won't
pay
lie.
us 40 million for Gallagher or something.
Guys,
like
it's
that.
not going to
That'd
happen.
be-
Let's not entertain an non-existent conversation. So just
I just said it
before
would be funny,
we wrap
Okay,
up,
it's true.
can I just get you guys' thoughts on tomorrow's game before we wrap up? Thoughts of
Um,
whoever. Let
I
Nobbin
know-
start because he needs the red carpet,
Okay.
and then after that we open the floor.
It's a
Go on,
red
Nobbin.
card.
Not going to talk now. What do I think? I think that it's going to be a really disappointing game, and it's
standard
it's going to
game
be
for
so shit. I can see it now. Everyone's going to be so hyped for it. It's going to be like
Yeah.
UFC 258 or whatever, and
Yeah.
it's just going to be a ball fest. It's going to be 0-0. I'm sorry, guys.
No, we're
Yeah, I'm
used to that.
saying
We're Sam.
1-1. These top
Yeah.
6 Premier League games most of the time are dog shit, to be honest.
Well,
I mean, the
that's a
whole
bloody-
league is overrated, but I don't know,
Guys,
man.
Speak for your own team, bro.
agree.
We excite, man. We excite at Arsenal, bro.
Yeah, we do too.
No, but you didn't. You
Top
just said you
5.
didn't. So you just said you didn't. So you can't say you do now.
What do
No,
you mean?
Let
we-
him. Relax. What do you think? What do you think the score's going to be tomorrow?
I'm saying 1-1.
Good
There'll
luck.
be some cool moments and stuff, but there's been I looked at head-to-head earlier. There's been 6 straight draws in all competitions. 6 Liverpool, Chelsea. So safe money draw 1-1. I think both teams will score.
You know what?
Okay.
Let's go Karan and Kunle, and then I'll let Andrew because he's home, and I'll end as the away team. Go on, Karan. Tell me tomorrow, and then Kunle.
I'm going to support my brother here. I'm going 1-0 Liverpool. I think there will be a lot of pain tomorrow. I think Szoboszlai will hit a screamer. I do
I
have
love
Vanessa.
Shobo. Oh.
I think that there will be some kind of retribution. I don't know what it will be. There will be a red card or something will happen. My head says a draw, but I just have a feeling it will be just a snap, like a smash and grab, like we did it at that Stamford Bridge last season. Like it'll be like, you know, when we had that Gabriel header and we kind of just still throughout the game, just a smash and grab type thing. But yeah, I do think that Chelsea could win as well because that Liverpool defense is looking, I don't know, it can be a bit porous at times.
Remember,
Yeah.
by the way, you're saying that, but their midfield is shit too because Caicedo ain't playing tomorrow anyway.
Yeah.
So they unveil him though tomorrow out of nowhere.
Ooh,
Good,
that's a
then
chess
it will-
move.
it
And
will
Fabrizio
make it
turns up and he drops the "Here we go" in the stadium.
On the big screen. Here we
Yeah.
go.
Kunle, talk to the
I mean,
people.
he would get
Um,
paid for it.
Do you know what? Yeah, big up Silver Surfer because he's the type of Chelsea fans I like to speak to and you can tell the difference. I don't even have to ask. I know he was a fan before Abramovich. I can already tell by the way he talks about his club. But this is for the Abramovich fans. For you, man. You man need to lose tomorrow, bro. 2-1 to Liverpool. You man need to lose because you're too optimistic when it is still a mess. Even if Caicedo comes, it is still a mess. I see Chelsea finishing 6th this season. And I hope for a 2-1 win with Liverpool, but as they say, these games seem to end in a draw, but I hope Liverpool do it so we can have some fun with the Chelsea fans tomorrow.
I got to be honest with you. I don't.
The
I
bids
think the
in.
biggest. I think the biggest. If the deals go through, I think the biggest. Biggest reactions will be the unveiling and the actual game itself. Plus, I forgot to mention Kepa's gone as well, Sam. Kepa's leaving his
Awful signing for Real Madrid, if I'm honest. Lunin had a good game today against Athletic Club.
So wait,
But
who's your number one now then? If Kepa's going,
Sanchez will be the number
Robert
one.
Sanchez, who is good. I like Robert Sanchez. I really do.
Yeah, so he'll be number one unless they're going to go and do a madness and do a.
They can't.
Yeah,
They need to register
Costa,
them before.
No, but just generally after the game, like the rest of the
Transfer window, yeah.
But Sam, I know you want to beat us 5-0, but I just think, bro, I think we're in for another stinky draw. To be honest with you, I think a 0-0 or 1-0. And there was the only draw that's been good between us is that 2. Remember that 2-2 in January?
Ooh, I've got some bad news for you. I don't know if this is true. Where is this? Someone has just said, my brother, that Anthony Taylor is refereeing the game.
Yes. Now, listen.
Hey, Liverpool win, folks.
Yeah. There'll be something. Anthony Taylor will he won't even probably do a bad decision. He'll just accidentally trip up like Enzo Fernandez when he's supposed to do a through ball pass and then Liverpool go up and win, and then it'll be like whole conspiracy. But didn't Anthony Taylor? Hang on a minute. Anthony Taylor didn't he referee that 0-0 at your place last season? That stink fest.
I'll look it up. Hold on.
Look it up. Yeah, but I think generally it's going to be another. I don't know why, Sam, because usually our games before a couple of years ago were actually quite exciting. But
listen, I'm not talking with my head now. I'm talking with my heart.
Okay, I'll talk with my heart then. 4-0 to Chelsea. That's it. 4-0.
I love it.
I got no context whatsoever. Just 4-0.
The wave was that Chelsea in preseason looked so good. They win, in my opinion. Hold that wave. Today you've been, me and you are gonna fight sometime.
But this wasn't when we were talking about the league.
Show
this
me
wasn't
traps.
talking about the
Show
game.
me traps. Show me
This is
traps.
what we're talking about the game.
0-0 at Stamford Bridge last year. The referee was fucking Anthony Taylor.
Okay.
No, but the thing is, this super chat wasn't when we were talking about the game. This is when we were talking about the league.
Oh no! Please. Even with, I think Kunle said it. Even with the midfield reinforcements, it's barely 6.
Okay, fair enough.
You just can't. These players haven't proven to me they can do anything. So until they
If it
prove
was
to me
free,
they
there would be more outrage. I think there is enough outrage already at everyone who spends money like that.
Yeah,
Big up
yeah.
to Nello Hit who says Hussam win tomorrow and still no Caicedo. Yeah, and still no points for you either. No Caicedo, no Lavia. Look at this wave guy, man. Unbelievable.
Oh, by the way, the bid's gone in. Apparently, Fabrizio said the bid's gone in.
How you
There we
you
go.
with sending me money, man? Steve, you are one twisted. If Manchester City spent 1.2 billion,
I-
you would.
No, I wouldn't, because I don't give a shit. I really don't. Because you can spend all the money. All right. Who
What
has
if we spend
spent
it on
more
Tonali and
money?
Bruno?
Who has spent more money in the past decade? Everton or Liverpool on transfers? Tell me right now. Who has spent more?
You don't want to know the answer.
Probably Everton.
Everton have spent more than Liverpool. Where
Yes.
are Everton?
Mhm.
And where are Liverpool?
Relegation
Just because you spend money, it doesn't guarantee a damn thing. It's about how you spend
Hey,
it.
bro,
you spend it
I
on.
hear you, but that's a bad example, man. But I hear you.
No, it's
I
not
hear
a
you.
bad example. Wait, all right.
Yeah,
Well,
because-
define bad example. Define it.
We need them oil money examples there.
No,
You
no,
get
no.
me?
Stop.
That's what we're talking
Define
about,
it.
bro.
Define bad example.
I just took. What do you mean bad example?
You didn't
Why
tell
is
me
it a
why
bad
my
example?
example
Oh,
of Everton that spent and Liverpool that spent.
Because I don't
bad.
remember any of the two getting taken over by oil money. That's why.
That doesn't matter. It's human beings spending money. The difference is Liverpool had Michael Edwards and Everton had the Dutch guy and Mashiri and all this other bullshit.
Okay, but
They
if
signed
Everton
Gilbert
had City
Sigurdsson for
money,
mad money, Pickford, etc.
Okay, guys, this one I know it's time to you
you're
know
right.
just
Yeah,
close
you're
up.
right. You're
We're
right.
mentioning Everton.
You're right.
Might as
It's
well talk
about how
Palace.
you spend the money. That's
No,
for me.
The bid has
No,
not
I'm
gone
talking
in.
about the game, relax.
The bid has not gone in. This Caicedo, they've Fabrizio
They're
was
talking
going on
about
about.
emails. And shit. Look, this Fabrizio
Yeah,
guy
it's
just needs to put off his Chelsea shirt.
The bid went
Big
in
up to
last night, man. I don't know what you're talking
Wave, I'm gonna call you out tomorrow. Inshallah, I'm here on a watch along. If you're not here, I'm gonna call you out by name. Big up to you, man. Big up to Marius who says that Arsenal fan doesn't want to hear about Arsenal. Big up, man. Big up to you, man. Big up to you, man. Why do people keep saying the deal is done? Where is the bid? 72 hours, no bid. I thought Lavia was wrapped. Media, hogwash. We know nothing. I agree with that completely, Mike. I can't lie. Over the last 48 hours, there's been a bunch of bullshit that's being said. So nothing is over yet. And speaking, big up to you, Mike, though. My guy, I'm going to see you halftime tomorrow, inshallah. Belgium and Ecuador coming to the bridge shortly, says Don. Big up to you, Don, for the super chat, my brother. I actually need to bring you on as well. You know,
So
to talk about
Lukaku and Enner Valencia. Interesting signings from Chelsea. Wow.
This is one of them Abramovich fans. This Don.
Enner
Big up
Valencia.
Don, though. Big
Enner
up Don.
Valencia was so good with heading the ball in the back of the net. He was actually really good at it. Don, we will see who lied tomorrow. Inshallah, we'll see who when I get the 5-0. When CFC lose tomorrow, the fans will realize just how much work they still have to do. Fair enough. I'm glad I speak to some realistic ones, but the crazy ones, I'm gonna dunk on their head top. Let us win. Let us win, my brother Abdullah. And it's also a Saka profile picture. Big up Live Arsenal, man. Big up, despite Kudley's efforts to ruin diplomacy. Big up to Wave who says, Hussam, 2 teams, no DMs. There's gonna be goals. Yeah. 5-1.
Yeah.
Give them 1 goal because we got no DM. Big up to you.
Free.
Anyway, we're gonna wrap it up here. What a show this has been today, man. What an unbelievable show. Our first ever Saturday review show. Big up to Joe, IB7, AJ, McManus, Wave, Villain, LFC Till I Die. Wave. If we score a goal tomorrow, inshallah, I'm gonna call you out by name as soon as we put the ball in the back of the net. Big up to LFC Till I Die, Manny, Soa, Twinny, Enigma, Felipe, Pacman, Abdullah, Don, Mike, Marius, Nilo Hit, Mad Hatter, and Carl for the super chats. Big up to you guys. Please do like the video. Please do subscribe. We're going to go around the lovely panda again. Let you know where you can find them. Karan, where can people find you, my brother?
You can find me on Twitter at CurrentBAP. You can find me on YouTube at Ball of Passion. Find me here sometimes. I'm very tired, guys. I'm sorry for losing it. I'm not a fake person. If I lose my rag, I lose my rag. It is what it is. I'm not gonna pretend that I didn't lose my rag. Good to see everyone. Hope everyone's doing well. And I'm gonna go to bed because I'm extremely tired.
Big up to you. Big up to you. Thank you for sticking around.
No, I will.
Big up.
It is what it is.
Big up, man.
You're
Kunle,
still
where
my
can
guy.
we find you?
Big up Karen each and every time, but you can catch me on One Touch TV. And I don't know who's going to help me figure out to change my Twitter address, but we'll figure it out. One Touch T on Twitter. And on Instagram, it's One Touch TV.
Bro, just go to the settings.
Mate, it's literally not that simple for me, but I've not been. Anyway, we'll figure it out. But yeah, also you can catch me on Tunnel TV on all platforms as well for content on all the major teams in the Premier League.
Big up to you, man. Big up to you. Nobbins, where can people find you? KDB's cousin.
Yeah, brilliant. That's not getting old. Nobbins on YouTube. If you want to learn why Gvardiol is the perfect defender for Man City, I've done an analysis video on that, which is quite good if I do say so myself. So would recommend giving that a watch. If you like football.
Big up, man. What a way. You actually put them in a wreck now. If you like football, man said. If you like the sport, subscribe, Big up. Big up. Steve, lover of football, where can people find you?
You can find me my YouTube personal channels, Strasbourg Steve. I do a lot of watch alongs really from everywhere. Eredivisie, I'm doing what is it? I think AZ Alkmaar Go Ahead Eagles tomorrow. And then another Marseille, not Marseille, Strasbourg, Lyon. So you can find me there. Newcastle Fans TV, obviously. That's the big one. And on Twitter, Stove Mahala. So my last name Mahala right there, but instead of Steve, it's Stove. And it's all together. So.
Was that a spelling mistake?
No, it was my nickname in high school.
Oh,
for
right, okay.
some
Sorry,
reason.
Typo. Or something.
I don't know why, but it was.
Got to correct it.
Andrew's actually his name. It's not his nickname. Where can we find you, Andrew?
You can find me on Casually FC. It's mainly a Chelsea channel. We'll be going live tomorrow, not straight after the game, but just to review later. Turn your notifications on, like with every channel you subscribe to and follow, because then you'll know when someone's on. Follow me at The Winter Surfer. If you don't like what I tweet, I don't care. So it's all good.
Ooh, you're edgy.
And just more importantly, subscribe to everyone here, follow them, but more importantly, share this video and subscribe to the channel. It's free content. Yeah. You know what I mean? Sam is actually 3 hours ahead of us in the UK, if you're in the UK. So, it's like 4:30 in the morning. So,
Swear down.
Yeah, so
yeah, it's 3:30.
Just do that.
So you're bitching about 5 minutes. It's understandable.
Yeah.
Big up to you, Andrew, man. Make sure you check out all the great guys over here. Matt said score a goal. You got a win, buddy. Get your ass in the watch along. That's all I'm gonna say. Big up to you guys, man. Love you all. Make sure you subscribe to everyone here. And we'll see you guys tomorrow, inshallah. Peace out.